excited.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this will be a new challenge and part of your life. I'm proud and happy for you.
Thank you.
You have made very good progress.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, let's see. On your work schedule, do you know what days of the week are better, or you can just have the schedule?
Now, all I know as of right now is I start tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Okay.
And I will get the rest of my week schedule after that.
All right. Let's make it January 27th, so more than a month before you come back. January 27th will be your next hearing, 9 a.m.
Thank you so
Go
much.
see Mr. Major. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shannon Boggs.
Paramount approach.
Yes, 1940-45, Shannon Boggs. Thanks. I'm sorry. All right, RRS, a report from them. It says, Strong says, demonstrated a strong commitment to recovery and motivation for change. So very good.
Your Honor, I have a note, Mr. Ball was supposed to do some community service. I have a note from the Village of Chesapeake that he did do some community service, but it don't tell me the information that I need. So I'm going to have to call and verify.
Okay. All right, we'll get that information, and you know what number of hours you did for them?
I've actually done it since I had my ministry over the last 4 years, and I told her just whatever she felt was good. Her and the mayor would discuss it with you, with Josh.
Okay, we'll let Mr. Cooper look into that.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I believe he paid all his fines off this morning.
Okay, very good. But he's going to continue with his treatment, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go into February then. February 10th will be your next hearing. So almost 2 months out. 9 o'clock. Good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Daniel Bryson. Daniel Bryson is here. 21-2208 and 19-3468.
Your Honor, if I may, he also turned community service in this morning that I need to verify, but it looks like it's going to be 30 hours.
Okay. Do you have any payment on your fines today, Mr. Bryson?
I can make a payment, yeah.
How much are you going to pay?
25, 30 bucks.
Okay, I'll put you down for 30.
Yep.
See the clerk to do that.
Could you tell me how much community service I have left? If I get credit for the 30, which I know I will.
You're finished. Yeah, if you get credit for 30 hours, you're finished on your community.
Great. Thank you.
Your next hearing I'll make for January 31st. If you get everything done by then, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
January 31st, 9 o'clock, which you should be finished by then.
All right. How much do I owe on my fines? I'm sorry.
570, well, maybe not. You got 575 on one file, 139 on the other, so.
Okay. All right.
You can do extra community service if you can't pay. You can do extra, you get $50 a day credit for every extra day you do.
Okay. We will get the money paid. Thank you.
January 31st is your next meeting.
January 31st.
January 31st, 9 o'clock. Leroy Campbell,
Thank you.
he's usually here.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Campbell is compliant with us. I'm assuming that he could not get off work. I've reached out to him, but haven't got a response yet.
Well, since he's compliant, he's been doing really well for quite a while. I'm going to consider it a continuous. You can let him know when he has to come back. And then let's see, what date is that? make it in 2 weeks, December 27th.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
December 27th at 9 o'clock. If he doesn't show up then, I'll have to issue a warrant for him.
Okay, I'll make sure he's here.
Linda Carpenter, 23-1792. Okay, and this is on an OPI, you got community service and fines to pay.
Yes.
So you got a payment on your fines today?
I've had some setbacks on medical bills, and I've been working on them. I'll start on the fines probably next month.
Okay, what about your community service?
I'll get started on that too.
Okay, well, let's get a date set when you can come out. When's the date you know you can be here? Any day but Sunday or holidays, you can come here and work.
Yeah. I can be here, what's Monday?
Monday is the 16th. Got to be here Monday at 7:30.
Okay.
I'll set your next hearing for, let me check how busy these dates are. January 10th
Okay.
is your next hearing, 9 o'clock. Garrett Childers, 24-221.
Thank you.
And you're Garrett?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've got fines and court costs to pay.
I can actually start on that today. I can probably put like 50 to 60 in.
Okay, we'll put you down for 60.
Okay. And I can have, how much do I owe all together on it?
231.
I can probably actually finish it next Thursday on my payday.
Okay, and you've got 5 days of community service to do too.
I can start that, I'd say, weekend after Christmas, whenever I get some days off from work.
Okay, do you work on Saturdays?
Not usually, but that's usually taken up by work around house and all that stuff.
Well, this is gonna trump that. You gotta get this done.
That works.
Okay, we'll see you on the 4th, January 4th. You're gonna be out here.
Yes, sir.
7:30 here on the west side of the building. Make your $60 payment. This is your first review hearing, so I'll go a little further out for you. But not too far since you haven't done anything yet. So I'm going to make it January 17th. So Mr. Cooper will let me know that he showed up on the 4th. Then. So January 17th is your next review hearing, 9 o'clock. You get everything done, your community service and your files all paid, you don't have to come to that hearing. You might want to write it down there, a little form in the basket, put your next hearing date on it. 1/17/25, 9 a.m. No, your hearing's at 9. Come for community service at 7:30.
Okay, and then I got it.
Okay. Hold on just a minute before we call. Go ahead and call me and get my phone.
Jessica Christian, Randy Hines, Eric Lockhart, Natalie Stapleton, Amber Stevens.
Mr. Mint, can you approach the bench, please?
Here's my new community
except it's gotta be something on letterhead.
This is on
They
another
didn't give me a
page.
letter, so I just told them to write a letter. It's the secretary that they told them to call if any questions.
You'll have to get one of our papers and have them fill it out. But yes, that'll work.
Let's have Mr. McCown come in. Mr. McCown, would you charge? I'm not gonna grant the, wrong, somebody redo that. No, here's the problem. It's just been dirty. Yeah, so we'll keep it on the dock. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, Jessica Christian, 222505. Uh, 19,255. 183566. 181148. Okay, so these are all traffic maps. You still have some community service to do. That has to be taken care of.
Yeah, I turned some in this morning. I thought I had a double day, but it's not a double day, so I got 2 days left.
That is correct, Your Honor. She did turn something in this morning. She done it at the Lawrence County Animal Shelter. They had a project going on, and I guess Conlon Police Court offered triple credit for it. We didn't know nothing about it, so I did not give triple credit for it. So
Okay.
she still has 2 days left.
All right, can you pay anything on your funds?
Yes, I'm paying $30 today.
$30, okay. See the clerk to make your payment. Does it matter what day of the week you come for your reviews?
No,
All right, January 13th.
thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. 9 o'clock, January 13th. Brandy Hines. Brandy Hines. Brandy Hines been called, has not appeared. 23-182, 22-27-83. Would be a benchmark for failure to appear. Derek Lockhart. Derek Lockhart is 24-414, 24-313. Been called, has not appeared, will be a warrant issue.
Your Honor, it was on community services order, did it?
Natalie Stapleton, 24-312. This is theft. You've done all of your community service and some extra toward your fund, so.
Your Honor, I believe she has some more to turn in. She just has to get the proof of it.
Okay. I'll set you in February since this is your first review, and if you should get it done before then. If you do,
Yes,
you
yes.
don't have to come back. February 7th. February 7th of next year at 9 o'clock. Amber Stevenson. 24-386.
Your Honor, Amber is now a patient with OBP outpatient in Huntington. I didn't have a report on her. I didn't realize she was a patient there, but that is her most recent drug screen and proof that she has attended counseling there, and I'll begin getting reports on her in the future.
Okay. And she had finished inpatient and went to outpatient.
She didn't finish our inpatient, but she did go to outpatient after she left, and she's working on getting into a long-term program. I guess, is that required through CPS or?
They don't know because where I haven't got accepted. Project Hope turned me down, and so they've been looking into other alternatives.
Why they turned you down?
It was something to do with they didn't have enough resources to help with my mental.
Her mental health.
My mental health.
Okay, well, based on what I'm seeing, I'm not doubting these results, but I want to do our own screen. So I want you to go do your own screen. And come back in after we get the results. Go do your own screen.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, that finishes the reviews. If you think you had a review and didn't get called, go out to the clerk, which is to your right, as you leave the courtroom, and tell them your name and that you didn't get called. They'll pull your file. We're going to do the arraignments next, which are new cases. We've got just a few of those, so when your name's called, come up to the table to your right. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. If you make statements, though, it's all on the record. So if you get up and admit something about your case, that can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail. You have a right to make the state prove any charge beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea, you're waiving your rights. You should not do that if you don't really understand what's happening. If you have questions you want to ask a lawyer, if you want a trial, or if you don't know what to do, you should enter a not guilty plea. Call first case.
State of Ohio versus Dustin Martin, case number CRB 24782.
Okay. Dustin Barton, that's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
You have a domestic violence charge filed against you. It's alleging that at Rome Township on November 27th of 2024, you not only caused or tried to cause physical harm to Colleen Stewart, and that she is either a member of your family or lives in your household. Domestic violence is a first-degree misdemeanor. It carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights I explained defendants have?
Yes, sir.
Any questions before you enter a plea?
No, sir.
What plea do you wish to enter?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have a job?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a little bit of jack of all trades. Sometimes I drive the trucks. I deliver beer. Sometimes I'm in the warehouse picking orders, running orders places.
I'm not being nosy, but I have to, in order to appoint you a lawyer, I have to determine what your gross annual income is. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
What's the cutoff on it?
Well, depending on your family size. Do you have dependents?
No family.
You're a single person?
Yeah.
So for a single person, it's right at $20,000. If you're
All right.
making,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'll just get mine then.
okay. All right, if you make more than $20,000, I can't appoint a lawyer for you. You have to hire your own for a single person. So I'm going to show you will hire a lawyer. We need somebody from the prosecutor's office to see if they want a protection order on this. Do you live with Colleen Stewart?
No, I own this place.
Okay, so it's not a problem for you to stay away from her.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her since.
Okay. I'm going to see what the prosecutors are, if they want a formal order for you to stay away. Mr. Hill, he is the assistant prosecuting attorney assigned to this court. West Martin. It's a domestic violence charge, M1. Is there a request for a protection order? Dustin Martin. Colleen Stewart is the complaining party.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm going to, when this is standard practice, just so there's no allegations that another event happens while we're waiting to get this matter in court. So your order is stay away from Colleen Stewart, don't go around her, don't contact her, don't text her, don't post anything about her on social media. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. You're going to sign an order to that effect. Prosecutor's office will make a copy, give it to you, take it to your lawyer. How much time do you think you need to get a lawyer?
I could have one by New Year's, I'd assume. I don't even know how much they cost,
Let's
somewhere.
set it then, that week, the 3rd, that's the Friday after New Year's,
Okay.
January 3rd. That gives you a few weeks to get that done. January 3rd at 10 a.m. will be your next hearing. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. I'm entering a protection order for you to stay away from Colleen. Her last name Stewart, S-T-E-W-A-R-T. And I'm going to let you sign a signature bond of $1,000.
Your Honor, he posted a bond.
Okay, you got a bond posted. Okay, that bond's continued then. Do you have any questions, Mr. Burke?
No, sir.
Okay, be back here January 3rd unless your lawyer tells you they've made arrangements for a different date. Then you come on the date they tell you.
What time on January 3rd?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Okay.
10 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Randall Eplin, case number TRC 242509, A and B. Randall Eplin.
He has a warrant on another case, so I doubt he's going to show up on this one. All right, so Randall Eplin has been called, has not appeared. I wonder why they should take him into custody when they,
Not sure what.
because he's got a warrant out of this court on another case. There'll be a capias. It's a third offense ODR. The report says he was transported to his residence and released into the custody of his girlfriend. I need to write to the lieutenant about this. So put this on my desk, but there'll be a capias issued to the OSP. And put that on my desk and I'll send something to the lieutenant. And let's, I need is Mr. Morford here yet? Mr. Smith? Hammonds, there's a little confusion on that. I think Mr. Morford was standing in for you.
Judge, I had a jury trial, Judge Ballard, on Monday. She was here last Friday. I couldn't communicate with her. We set it for Monday so I was appointed.
Okay, so I think I copied.
Yeah, I got the copy, yes, sir.
Okay, she's at, I don't know, now they're calling it Belfont, I don't know his arc, so whatever.
The old Belfort, yeah,
And they're saying she's not, the treatment team, I don't know if you saw that, they don't want her, they don't think she's in a condition to appear.
I did see
even by
that.
teleconference, so I thought, there's a contact person in my email.
Yes.
I would like for you to get in touch with them.
Sure.
So I just want to make sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, Judge, I am, thank you.
Okay. All right, so We're going to start the pre-trials now.
Was that before payments?
State of Ohio versus Amanda MacArthur, case number CRB 24737. It's Mr. McCown's case.
Mr. McCown's case, Amanda MacArthur, set for pre-trial.
Amanda.
People that have pre-trials need to be in the courtroom now.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Where's the protection from here? We can ask to modify that so that you can have your visitation or your parenting time. Is that what you want to do today? Your Honor, I don't know that we can come to any sort of a conclusion or agreement on this today, except that Mr. MacArthur tells me that because of the protection order that's in place, that I believe he wants the protection order, but it is causing an interference with his parenting. He hadn't seen his children for a month, so I don't know if our protection order is is that the only protection order, or did you go and get one at common police court?
No, just through here.
So we would want to modify that so that they can do their parenting. He can do his parenting.
Your Honor, he has had limited parenting time even before these proceedings. Previously, she was bringing the child out of the goodness of her heart to him for him to institute his parenting time, although that's not ordered. Clearly, when there was a temporary protection order, she stopped taking the child over to his place because it would have been a violation of that.
Is there a divorce pending here, or?
It's over, Your Honor. This is post-divorce.
Post-divorce,
Yes, Your Honor.
And obviously, then there's some sort of visitation order in place in that.
I believe there is, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. Is there a problem with abiding by that now? Should it be modified, or how do you want to proceed on those issues?
Clearly, we don't want to be in a position where she would be going to, to his location, given the nature of this. There's been multiple allegations reversed in the past as to domestic violence, which were dropped throughout their relationship. This is the first time that this allegation has been made against her.
Is there some neutral party that can facilitate? And what are the ages of the children? Are they young or?
3.
Okay, so that makes it more difficult. In some respects. I'm not going to modify it unless there's an agreement to modify it. I mean, you can go back to the domestic relations court and ask them to modify the existing order, but in light of what we have here, is there a proposal how to go forward?
Is there, Mark, Can something be worked out between them?
Your Honor, I think probably the domestic relations court would probably need to be the better place for them to address it rather than in the context of this. It's my understanding that Mr. MacArthur is adamant about proceeding in this case. We've not filed discovery yet because, quite frankly, given the nature of the allegations in the complaint, we didn't think it would go beyond an initial pretrial or two. But my understanding is that's not the position of Mr. MacArthur.
She could do that anyway. I'm discussing with Mr. MacArthur the fact that he may not even really need a protection order at this point. And I don't know whether he believes he does or not, and that would resolve things too. Then that way they can resume their parenting schedule. And
why don't we do this then? Let's, rather than the court, and, you know, I tried a little bit to be an intermediary. Why don't we take a little bit of time today, if you want, and talk about it, come back and see if there's something that can be worked out. If not, and one thing I can do is just set up a trial.
Sure.
Case is over, then it will go a long way toward resolving that issue on visitation.
Certainly.
I mean, was that what you would prefer then, or?
I think we would want discovery, obviously, in this beyond that, because I think there's been a significant history.
Is it worth you talking with the prosecutor today?
I'm fine with that, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's recall the case later in the docket then. So you all talk, see if we can work out something. If not, then we'll decide if we're going to set up a trial or how we're going to do it.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Case will be recalled.
State of Ohio versus Robert W. Pauley, case number TRC 24-1931, A and B. Robert W. Pauley.
This is Mr. McCall's case set for pretrial. Robert Pauley.
Your Honor, I've not seen him yet here today. I know it's not quite 10 o'clock, so it may be.
We'll recall later in the docket.
State of Ohio versus Bonnie L. Walters, case number CRB 24-683.
Mr. McCall's case, pretrial.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is Darrell Rossiter here? This is the first pretrial in this case.
That's correct, Your Honor.
We have the case for special prosecutor, Ryan Ashworth, in the state.
All right, Mr. Ashworth is prosecutor. All right, is there anything we can accomplish today in the pretrial?
We haven't had any discussions yet. I actually just saw he had been fired. Just saying that we should probably have some discussions. I think that Ms. Waters needs to look at this very closely and not put her brother through a trial as they're looking.
Your Honor, in this case, I think there was a protection order granted. Certainly, custody has also been taken from her of him. He's an adult in this matter. And Mr. Ashworth is correct. We've not yet had an opportunity. I think this may be one where he and I can discuss at best about how to go forward. If he's okay with that, and then I'll be back up here. I think, Your Honor, I think the 10th is my next scheduled date up here. If Mr. Ashworth doesn't, and we'll waive time, of course.
Mr. Ashworth, is the 10th, January 10th, a good date for you to continue this?
I'll be there, Your Honor, trying the case, so that'd be great.
Okay.
Okay. That'd be
Case
better.
will be set for January the 10th of 25 for another pretrial at 10 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Ashworth. Mr. McCann.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
10 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
State of Ohio versus Wesley A. Hammond, case number CRB 24-777.
I've reached out, I've not heard back yet. I'll if we could recall it.
Okay, we'll recall this. Ms. Hammond is at Bellefonte.
Yes, Judge.
Seeking treatment, and case will be recalled after Mr. Smith has a chance to talk to the treatment team.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Thomas Lewis, case number CRB 24791 and CRB 24751.
Okay, so there is a new charge. Just been handled violation of protection order. You wish me to read the charge?
No, we waive reading. If I'm going to be putting a new case, we can waive reading.
All right, not guilty plea is entered on behalf of Mr. Lewis on 24-791. Mr. Smith is appointed as counsel. Not guilty plea entered. And there's another matter already pending.
You're correct, Your Honor. And there's been an offer made by the state on the previous matter. I've not even looked at this. I know the substance of it, but...
Is it related, are the two related?
Related, it's about, yes, the same alleged victim in the case.
This is the protection order that granted was on this.
But I would ask if we can come back for pre-trial so I can file discovery on the new case. I'm here any Friday in January, and there's a couple Mondays if we need a Monday. Yeah, they just do it. It's not good.
January 3rd?
That'd work fine. January 3rd, 10 o'clock. I'll call you.
And of course, I guess I need to remind Mr. Lewis there is a protection order in place. Is there any additional problems or instructions the court can give that would help in that situation?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. And this allegation goes to the protection order that was issued in the common pleas court having to do with, not doing things that are contrary to the rights of the alleged victim. So that's what that is about. We actually discussed that the other day.
We did. It was about, he stopped paying for the cell phone, and we sent it to the master recorder who found that as a violation. That's the charge. So we're prepared to defend it.
All right, the next hearing then will be January 3rd for pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Joshua Williamson, case number CRA 21519, TRC 211959, A and B. Joshua Williamson.
I've not seen him. He usually shows up. If we may have this recalled, I'll try to inquire, because he shows up.
All right, case will be recalled later in the docket.
Appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus Andrew Curry, case number CRA 23464, A, B, and C, CRB 23463, CRB 23291, CRB 2361, CRB 23361.
Mr. Stires, the attorney, and Mr. Curry is at the podium. Very good report, Mr. Curry. Good job.
Your Honor, I'm very encouraged by this report. This is some really good results by Mr. Curry. He's also reported to me that he's attained employment, which is also a good sign. I think you may see in the packet here a couple of Employee of the Month certificates. He's set tentatively to complete on 129. It says 24, but I bet that's a typo for 25.
Yeah, so you get close.
So I was thinking we might want to come back either shortly before or shortly after that date and kind of at that point reevaluate where we are in these various cases. The cleanup at the property is ongoing. He's having to work that in during passes and dealing with his employment, but he has made some progress. He showed me some photos of some progress that's been made. So I think once he completes treatment, he'll have a little more time to devote to that. We can probably get that wrapped up as well.
Okay. And is that your plan is to return there to live, or?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say either the 27th or 31st of January.
Okay. Either of those days work, so if one or the other is better for the court's calendar.
Let's do the 31st. We'll be out. All right. Good job.
Thank you.
We'll see you on January 31st.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Well,
Hang on.
State of Ohio versus William A. Hatfield, case number CRB 24608. William Hatfield.
Mr. Stiers is pre-trial. My notes were she was going to be at OVP.
Yes, Your Honor, he is a patient with Proctorville OVP, but I did not receive a report from him today, so I'll have to check on that, but he is not here.
Okay. All right, we'll recall it, and if you can get us a report, we'll recall what's available.
State of Ohio versus Vicky L. Price, case number CRB 24493, CRB 24461, CRB 24470.
Mr. Stiers case set for pre-trial.
Your Honor, this matter is one where there has been, may we approach?
Yes.
Let me get this off my lap.
All right, we're still waiting on information from Appalachian Behavioral. So we're going to try to do another conference call with them. I'll set it have a pre-call and an intervening time, so January 13th.
Yes.
Make sure you can read my writing. Yeah, your number today, thank you.
State of Ohio recalls William Hatfield, case number ZRB 24608.
Okay, we were going to get a report on Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. They informed me that he has not attended any appointments since 11/18.
So, and he hasn't appeared today, so there'll be
Your Honor, he contacted me yesterday and said that he had some issues with attendance, but I believe he would be here based on the conversation, so I don't have any explanation as to why he's not here, but I may be able to get back in touch with him, so if we could have a warrant delayed briefly to give me a chance to get him in here, I'd appreciate that.
You've got 7 days.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Danny Sellers, case number CRB 24504. Danny Sellers.
Mr. Steyer's case, pre-trial.
This was a 90-day continuance with dismissal upon payment of court costs. If they've been paid, I don't know that it was necessary.
Sellers?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you set up, I apologize.
Well, he was outside, he wasn't in for.
Oh, okay. Have you paid your costs?
No.
Okay, are you gonna be able to get them paid in a time frame? How long do you think you need?
How much are they?
Should be about $150. I can't tell you the exact figure.
Today?
Okay, he indicates he can pay the cost today, so what I would ask, if the state's agreeable, would be to set this out a week or two, and that Mr. Sellers understand that if he hasn't paid by that date, he has to be back, and if he's paid by that date, he can not appear.
Mr. Hill.
Well, that's fine. If he's going to pay today, we can find out today.
Well, I just wasn't sure it was gonna be within the time frame of court, so just.
He doesn't have it now.
Do you have the money now, or you can get the money?
No, I have to go get it.
So I think it'd be safer to set a date back, and again, with his understanding that as long as you pay, he's got to appear, but if you haven't paid, you gotta be here.
All right, January the 6th, are you here then?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, if he's paid the cost, he doesn't have to be here, he'll be dismissed.
Okay.
If he hasn't paid the cost, he has to appear.
State of Ohio versus Gary B. Thompson. Case number CRB 24534, CRA 24543, CRB 24563.
Mr. Thompson's at hometown recovery.
Made client of the month for like 2 months straight too. Okay.
Okay, good report. Client of the week several times, probably gonna be client of the month.
Yeah, I did make,
Job now.
I made it October and November too, the client of the month.
Great. Mr. Speaker, you make a copy of this and give him that back. Okay, good job. It looks like you're going to be continuing to do your course though until sometime in March. So let's come back in February.
When?
February, I'm going to get you a date.
Okay.
February 3rd.
Okay.
February 3rd will be your next chance job.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Amber Stevenson, case number CRB 24386, A and B.
Yes. This is. All right. Okay, we'll keep watching. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep watching that. maybe collaborate with Western, your day reporting.
I called them just a little bit ago, and they're supposed to call you guys and let you know.
Okay. January 13th is your next hearing.
Okay.
9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank
State of
you.
Ohio versus Heather A. Blevins, case number CRB 23-158, TRC 23-261, A, B, and C. Your Honor, this is an arraignment. She's here.
Heather Blevins.
Did you say A. Blevins? I'm Heather N. Blevins.
Heather Blevins.
Okay.
Is there a Heather Blevins here?
Yes.
It's Heather N. Blevins.
Yes.
All right. Ms. Blevins, it's alleged you missed the hearing on October 28th.
Yes, I was actually into a 30-day mental dual diagnosis facility. I tried to call to see if I could set up a Zoom or anything, and Mr. Major told me just to come in on Tuesday and Thursday when I got out. I've really had a hard time in life. I'm going through a divorce, and my husband's took my job because he was my boss, and it's just been a nightmare.
Okay. It looks like you did all your community service. You've been making payments on your funds.
Yeah, I've done everything, but I just have a little bit more on my fine. And I was trying to get online to pay it, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with that, so.
Okay. You did come in on your own, so are you paying anything today?
I'm working on it, on the line thing. I'm having trouble.
Well, I mean, you're here, you can pay in person to the clerk.
I don't have any cash on me,
Okay.
but I am gonna get it paid. I'm just like, I'm running into trouble.
Where are you living now?
I live in Portsmouth, Ohio.
At one time you were in South Shore?
Correct.
Okay, I'll cancel the warrant. I'll give you another hearing date. Do you have a job now, or?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
My husband took all my job because he was my boss, so it's just been a nightmare.
All right, January 13th, and you can appear by teleconference if you will. If you pay something between now and then on your time, you can just appear by teleconference.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear
You
you.
can appear by teleconference. You don't have to drive from Portsmouth. Do you have a smartphone or a laptop?
Yes.
Okay.
So what if I pay the fine off? Do I still
You
need?
don't have to come. That's all you got left.
Okay. What day?
January 13th. 1 month.
And what time?
That will be at 9 a.m.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Justin Holly, case number CRB 24-651. Justin Holly.
Mr. McCown, you're representing Mr. Hawley.
Yes, Your Honor, good morning again.
I'll enter an appearance for you. Not guilty plea, entered.
Yes, Your Honor.
You waive the reading of the charge.
We do, Your Honor.
And is he posted on?
Your Honor, he's not, there was actually a warrant put out for him. He was unaware of the charges. We went through a civil protection order hearing and were quite frankly even unaware of them at that point. Once we realized there was a warrant, we scheduled him to come up here and appear voluntarily.
He signed a $1,000 signature bond. Was there a civil protection order issued?
It was issued, Your Honor.
Does the state want a temporary protection order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so is there any problem for him to say wait for Heather Humphrey?
Not a problem, Your Honor. Obviously, with civil protection order, it is what it is.
Okay, it'll be a protection order issued. Do you have a preference for a pretrial date?
If we could, we'll go ahead and file for discovery. If we could have January 10th, Your Honor.
January 10, 25, pretrial at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Sir, I have this protection order, and then I'll give you a copy. Sorry. Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Melinda Rice, case number CRB 247095. Also the arraignment.
Ma'am, you're Melinda Rice,
Yes, sir.
24,795 is the case number. It's a domestic violence charge. It's alleging that on December 12th in Windsor Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Eric Cole, and that he's a member of your family or household. That's a first-degree misdemeanor charge. You carry the maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
You have a job?
I'm my dad's full-time caregiver. I make $1,100 a month from the VA hospital.
Okay. You're eligible for court-appointed counsel. I'll appoint Mr. Smith to represent you. Right, so I understand there's a cross-filing that Eric Cole is still in jail.
Maybe we
Understood.
should ask him.
So not guilty plea is entered for Ms. Rice. We'll probably need to set it sooner than later.
Yes, Judge. I'm here as early as, well, here Monday and Friday next week. And then I kind of stop till January 3rd, but I'm here next Friday.
The 20th,
Yes.
okay? We'll set it for the 20th, December 20th. There's eating into Tom and Jerry time, but blame the lawyers. I think Shakespeare said that. December 20th at 10 o'clock for a pretrial, 10 o'clock, and she has a bond up.
Thank you, Judge.
Protection order requested. I guess we should ask her, is she going to want a protection
She's
order?
going to want one,
Please.
Judge. Yes.
Okay, so we'll make it mutual.
No problem.
So she's ordered to stay away from him, he's ordered to stay away from her.
Fair enough.
Going to the jail now for some minutes.
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Xander Brewer, case number CRA 24,772 A and B, CRD 24,2470 A and B, and Eric Cole is on deck.
Your Honor, Mr. Brewer is apparently set for a preliminary hearing today, and it is the state's intention at this time, that maybe the state's intention to have a preliminary hearing, or that he may, the state may be willing to discuss a bond reduction, but in either event, we'll probably have to have this recalled, because we either need to speak to him about a possible bond or have a preliminary hearing.
Tina Black.
court. I got you. Okay. So we'd probably have to have a preliminary.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to have a preliminary hearing on this, Your Honor.
So.
Okay.
And may I take the court's file temporarily to copy?
Sure. So we'll do that later in the docket, so don't leave. We'll get through the cases we can do without evidence, and then we'll come back to this.
State of Ohio versus Eric Cole, the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24794. And Brittany Eflin on that.
And she is your case, Mr. Wilbur.
Yes, Judge.
She wants to go to treatment. She told me. Yes.
From the sounds of it, that would be the best place.
Probably gonna need an ankle monitor.
Understood.
All right, sir, you're Eric Cole. Mr. Cole, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, which is located in Chesapeake, Ohio. You're appearing in the court on a monitor now, and what you say, what I say is all being recorded, it's all going down on the record. You have a right to remain silent, so you don't have to say anything. But if you do make a statement, it's being recorded, it can be used against you, it can be played back later. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed. You have a right to have bond, and to make the state prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes, sir.
The charge against you is case number 24794, domestic violence. A bunch of new domestic violence cases. The state's alleging that at Windsor Township on December 12th, you not only caused or tried to cause physical harm to Melinda Rice, and that she's either a member of your family or lives in your household. So domestic violence is a first-degree misdemeanor. It carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, sir.
And you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Guilty, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you have a job?
Not right now, sir, no.
Okay, when's the last time you worked?
I pretty much work for myself, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a mechanic.
Okay, what do you make in an average week? I have to determine your gross annual income.
Lately, the best I've been doing is probably about $200 a week.
Okay. You're eligible for court-appointed counsel, so Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you to represent Mr. Cole. There's a cross-filing, and I set the hearings for the 20th. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Cole?
We would not necessarily be opposed to an OR bond as long as we would know that he and Ms. Rice would not have to be around each other. And of course, we'd be asking for a protection order. Did Ms. Rice ask for a protection order?
Yeah.
So we want to see if he wants one too.
Do you have a place to live, Mr. Cole?
Yes, I can let him go. Yes.
Separate from Melinda Rice?
Yes.
Okay, and so she asked for a protection order where you are ordered not to go around or contact her. Do you want her ordered not to?
Yes, I want the same, sir, please.
Okay, so that there'll be mutual protection orders. You don't go around or contact her, and you don't post things about her.
Yes, sir.
And we're coming back then on the 20th for your next thing, 1 week from today. I'm going to let you out on your signature, so you're going to sign a piece of paper that says, I promise to come to court as ordered, and if I don't show up, I got to pay $1,000 as a penalty.
Yes, sir, that's fine, sir. Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, sir.
How do I go about getting my stuff? I have no personal stuff to put I had on my back when I left.
Well, is she left?
Excuse me?
I'm asking the courtroom. Her lawyer, Mr. Smith, where is he? Roger Smith. Is there someone, a neutral party that you can suggest, Mr. Cole, that can go get your stuff?
I have no family, no friends actually around this way around here, but I'm pretty sure I can find somebody to go by and get it and testify with her in the next couple of days.
See if she's still here. Can I check, see if she's still here, Judge?
Yeah. Okay, so if you can discuss with her for some way to get some of his necessary things.
Everything's in a suitcase, I can drop it wherever it needs to be, he packed it.
What about my tools?
I paid for the tools, I have the receipts.
His necessities she can give him now, I guess we could.
All right, that's fine, the clothes is fine. She can
Clothes
keep the rest of it.
Is there a place we could send the suitcase, mutual friend or
Only
something?
place I'm gonna be is in Charleston, that's where I'm gonna be.
How about the court? You can bring in your persons.
I have to take my dad to the VA at 2:30, I can swing it by on my way, if that's okay.
You have to get to the court before 4 o'clock today. Can you do that?
Excuse me?
Can you get to the court before 4 o'clock today?
I have no way of getting around, I don't even know how to get back to Charleston from here, sir. I gotta call, hopefully my phone is charged up now so I can call someone to come pick me up.
It'll be here before 2:30, so you gotta get the VA probably about 2 o'clock.
If you would, just leave it there and I'll get my ex-boss, Fred, to come by and pick it up from her house, if that's okay with her.
I'm not gonna be there, and I don't want somebody at my house when I'm not there. If I'm there, I have no problem with that at all.
Well, I can get him to call you and see when you're there.
That works for me, that's fine.
What was his name?
Fred Ellis.
Fred Ellis.
You know him, ma'am? Is that-
I've heard him speak, and I've never met him.
Okay.
As long as he calls and she's there, she has no problem, Judge.
Yeah.
Give her the suitcase.
No problem.
We'll talk to her.
Okay, we'll set your next hearing. You're gonna get out on the signature bond. You're on it. You are gonna stay away from each other. Don't post things. Next hearing is December 20th. 10 o'clock.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Eflin, case number CRB 23589A and B, and Justin Hackworth is on deck.
The applicant is represented by Mr. Morford. So the allegation is she missed the hearing back in October 7th. Got a warrant. And she was getting treatment. She was at Cardinal. I have a letter from Cardinal in August. That's the last report I have. Now, she told me yesterday on the record that she wanted to go back to treatment. Do you have a medical card from Ohio?
Yes, sir, I have your source.
Okay. So, hometown,
Yeah, she's been with us before, Your Honor.
I am willing to go back to treatment. I'll do whatever it takes.
do we need an ankle monitor?
No, sir, I promise, I won't run, I promise.
Okay, I think you do. Maybe you need an ankle monitor. Well, let's get Mr. Major in here and see. The only problem is getting ankle monitors on Fridays they're scarce. They get scarce on Friday.
So will I be getting out today?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Brittany, it's time to get serious.
Yes, Your Honor.
You think we can get an ankle monitor on this young lady today?
Usually if it's before noon, we probably can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and place an order. She's gonna go to hometown. Now, here's one thing you need to know, Brittany. You know, everybody here's cringing that has heard this speech before, but I wanna make sure you understand how serious this is. You're buying yourself out of jail to go to treatment, but now that Annie's been up, because I'm putting an ankle monitor on you, that comes from the Common Police Court Probation Office. They're gonna place the monitor. Those monitors are about $2,000 a piece. Not very many people cut them off, but people have cut them off. And they get really mad. The probation office gets really mad when people do that, and they make an example out of them. So here's the truth. If you cut your ankle monitor off, this is the only way to leave, because if you leave with the ankle monitor on, that's stupid, because they can come right where you are. They're gonna know where you are.
I promise, I'm not gonna cut.
Okay, just be quiet and listen. But if you cut it off, that's the only way to get away. But then you're gonna go to prison. They're gonna charge you with a felony, they're gonna take it to trial, and everybody that's done it has gone to prison. So you're taking a case where now you can't go to prison and making it into a prison case by cutting the ankle monitor. So no matter how bad you want to leave, you can't leave once I put the ankle monitor. That's why I'm putting it on you. You're going to have to stay there.
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, sir, I do. I
Okay.
understand.
And that's what's best for you. I mean, I can just look at you and tell you've been using methamphetamine. I mean, you've got all the signs. And that stuff is, I mean, you're a young person, but you're not, you use that consistently, you're not gonna make it to be an old person. You're just not.
I want to get my life together, sir.
I want you to get your life together. I'm trying to impress upon you how serious this is, and that this is one of your last chances to make this work.
Yes, sir.
And how serious it is that you could, if you mess this up, you could go to prison. I don't want you do not belong in prison. I don't want you to go to prison. But you gotta understand that's a possibility if you mess up.
Yes, sir.
There's no more slapping on the wrist. This is serious, serious business.
I understand that, I understand.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
somebody be here to get me today?
I hope so. So we gotta get the ankle monitor placed on you, and then they'll come get you and take you to treatment. So I'm working on it to make that happen today.
Okay, thank you.
Let's put her on the docket for Monday, just to make sure that it did happen, that she's not sitting in the jail without an ankle monitor on.
Who's the treatment provider?
Hometown Recovery. Okay, take advantage of this and do good, do what you're supposed to, stay there, do your treatment, do the things they tell you to do, when they tell you to do them, how they tell you to do them. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're on.
State of Ohio versus Justin B. Hackworth of the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 24793. And Kenny M. Ingalls is on deck.
All right, Justin Hackworth, are you, yes. Mr. Hackworth, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. You're appearing in court by monitor, and what we say together is being recorded. You don't have to say anything, you have a right to remain silent. If you do make a statement, it's going to be on the record, it could be used later. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed, if you can't afford one, have bail, make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes.
You're charged with theft. It's alleged that on December the 11th, in Fayette Township, you tried to deprive Speedway of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
I do.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes.
How do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true.
That is true. There is evidence.
I'll accept your guilty plea. The affidavit says at approximately 12:03 a.m., Justin entered the store after being told not to and took a 12-ounce can of Red Bull energy drink, which retails for $4.28 without paying for it, walked out of the store with it in his coat pocket. And that's by Joshua Trogdon, who's the manager of the store, it looks like. Anything you want to say?
Yes, sir.
Does he have any prior record? Okay, we hear he does.
we could ask our office to do a criminal background check, Your Honor, if you want us to.
Prior theft, 24,267, September 30th. With restitution owed to Greg Thompson, amount of $552. Okay, I'm going to order that Justin Hackworth submit to a urine screen at the jail. Let's see what that shows us. And then I'll send you after you do your urine screen.
State of Ohio versus Kenny M. Ingles at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24546, CRB 19847, CRA 18514, CRB 18518, PRD 18289, and CRA 24662, CRB 24663.
Kenny Ingles has been represented by Mr. Steyer.
I have him on a number of older cases, and my understanding is, are we set for pretrial on the new case today, or for arraignment?
Pretrial.
Okay.
I think he was arraigned previously.
Okay, I wasn't here Monday, which I think that may have happened. Okay, and am I appointed on the new charge then?
They're actually just all charges.
Oh, I thought, my understanding was there was a new one. I misunderstood, okay.
Just all charges. He allegedly failed to appear November 15th for a pretrial.
Correct. And this was added on, Your Honor. I don't actually have his file with me. I'm not sure what the state's position on this is. We were on these cases, I think we were looking at trying to maybe look at some treatment. I don't think that's obviously worked out. I don't know if,
He's got a felony in the mix here with an OBI. That wasn't the last case. Well, it may have been my case.
if the state were willing to, I have spoken to his family. I don't believe an OR bond, or I don't believe cashier's bond's gonna be posted, because they've expressed to me that they don't want him out without treatment, which leads me to bring up the possibility, if the state would be agreeable and the court would be agreeable, before we even ask Mr. Ingles, would be an OR bond in exchange for an agreement to go to inpatient treatment.
It'd have to be with a monitor.
Well, we're still slightly ahead of that time frame that we might be able to get one on a Friday. So is that something you would consider, Mr. Ingles?
Yes, I'll do it. I'm really concerned about my health because I have only practice in the jail nurse is supposed to contact the judge and let him know that I do need to go through these health problems and get these surgeries done on my face.
Well, I would assume that if a treatment provider would also provide transportation to medical appointments, so that may solve all the problems at once.
What's your medical pay source, Mr. Ingles?
Pardon?
How do you pay for medical bills?
I got Humana or something like that.
Is it Medicaid?
Yeah.
Are you on, or is it Medicare?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. My sister's on medical power attorney.
It's probably Medicaid, but
do you get Social Security disability?
No, I do not. I'm just supposed to get, I'm being judged on that in February. I've been here trying to get an income.
his sister's here and says he has Medicaid.
Medicaid, okay.
So we shouldn't have any trouble. And it's Ohio Medicaid, right?
Ohio?
Yes.
So does anybody have a bed available?
Bethesda.
Okay.
You need to talk with him?
Yes, I'd like to assess him, Your Honor.
And this lady's his sister, and are you his guardian, or?
I'm his medical power of attorney, and I handle most of his business, yes.
Okay, why don't you talk to the representative from Bethesda too? She'll call down, talk to you, Mr. Ingles. Now, same thing, of course you weren't on, so you didn't get to hear it, but I need to tell you, if you agree to go to treatment with an ankle monitor, that means if you cut the ankle monitor off and leave, you're going to be going to prison.
Well, I just got out here for that, as you know.
Yeah, you did.
Because I do not want to try that again.
Okay.
I'm trying to get well.
Yeah, prison's not a good place to go to get well, I wouldn't think.
No, it's not.
Do we want to recall this matter then? Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brian Marksberry at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 24780, CRB 24695, CRB 24590, CRA 24362. And Joe McKinney is on deck.
Okay, this is Mr. Smith's case.
Yes, Your Honor. We were here Monday. We found out that there was a warrant that was issued Monday out in Morrow County. I assume by now he's been served with that warrant. As far as our cases here, I've talked with Mr. Hill. He's already pled guilty.
Got the rule for him.
Okay, he's already pled guilty to the misdemeanors. I think to resolve the cases here, Mr. Hill proposed just giving him credit for time served and letting him go up to Warren County because it looks like he has something bigger up there. So if that's something that Mr. Marksberry wanting to do, we could be done with that and then just do the Rule 4 hearing. Yeah, can you hear Mr. Marksberry?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, do you understand? I mean, you've already pled to it, so it's up to the judge as far as sentencing, but you're on board with just getting credit for time served and waiving your Rule 4 hearing so you can be extradited up and give Morrow County a certain amount of time to come pick you up?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, the GPO was.
Okay, I'm going to give them a week, so that's to the 20th. At 8 a.m. And then if he's still in the jail, we'll have a hearing at 10 a.m. for that time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, you want to sign that? We'll fax it down also for him to sign on the Rule 4. It looks like it's an F5 up there. So let's go through the misdemeanors we have here. All right, Mr. Marksberry, anything you wish to tell me before I sentence you on the cases that are here?
No, sir. The only concern I do want to bring up, Mr. Robbins, is that when I do get exercise, I have some money in on my books here. I just want to make sure I get checked in with mail, because I'm not sure how long my time will be up there in Morrow County, and that it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I'm trying to be stranded, so I just want to make sure that when I do go, that I do have my money on my books that goes with me.
How much do you think you have?
Right now, I have $198.56.
Okay. Don't know how they handle that. I assume they'll send it to Morrow County, but.
I think that's the jail, I assume that's the sheriff's department, the jail's responsibility to make sure it gets moved. I don't know if the court can order that or not. I'm not aware of.
Right. I was concerned because I was here before, I had $47 in my account. I was only here 4 hours. Is when you're getting my money out of the mail.
And you check into that, Mr. Smith, or talk to someone in the sheriff's office?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, let's go through these cases that have not been resolved yet. So 20, let's go earliest first, 24,362. That's actually a felony.
It was amended to a misdemeanor, Your Honor.
Yeah, he already pled guilty to this.
To M1.
Yeah.
Okay, 24,362. I'll impose a $100 fine and court costs. How long have you been in custody now, Mr. Marksberry, do you know?
I've been here since,
December 3rd, Tuesday?
yeah, I had 6 weeks prior to that.
Okay, so I'm going to sentence you to 16 days in jail, give you credit for 16 days in jail. Level 5 probation, review hearing on June 13th of 25. To ensure payment of your fines and court costs. Okay, then the next one should be 24,590.
Your Honor, I'm wondering if I had a serious case of March 3rd. I haven't been staying with me. I don't know if I'm not sure which one it was. There's probably chances are that the probably won't be able to make that.
Well, if you're unable to attend because you're incarcerated at the time of the hearing, then you just need to appear as soon as possible after the release. 590 is also domestic violence. Okay, that was more of a threats thing, so I'll impose a $100 fine on that, court costs. The jail time's on the other case, so we don't need to put it on this one. Level 5 probation, June 13, 25, for review. $24,695, and these are all with the same person as the victim. Okay, $100 fine, costs, level 5 probation, no jail time. So Morrow County needs to be notified that he's available to be picked up immediately. And the waiver will be sent down for you to sign shortly. Mr. Marksberry, any questions?
One of those really is right to do that violation.
There was one that was a cross-filing with Ms. Haycook as the other defendant, and we agreed to dismiss that one.
Okay.
That might be the last one,
Yeah,
693.
the latest one.
Okay,
693.
Molly, I'm sorry, didn't read and enter a sentence on 695, just Nolly. which means dismissed. Anything else, sir?
No, that's all.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Joe McKinney, Lawrence County Jail, case number TRC 06-3172. Kayla Thompson is on deck.
Joe McKinney. Sir, are you Joe McKinney, the second?
Yes, sir.
Mr. McKinney, it's alleged that you had a physical control, being in physical control of a motor vehicle charge in this court back in 2007 that you were convicted of, and that you didn't appear for your review hearing or pay any of your fines or you had community service, and you got a warrant issued over it. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to it? And let me remind you, you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed, to have bail, to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the charge that you didn't do any of the things you were ordered to do on your physical control in case number 06-3172?
Sir, can I say something?
Well, give me a plea first, and then you can say something.
Guilty.
Okay, now you can make an explanation.
But I thought I had been working on the community service and paying the fines. So I was working on 10 during the community service. But I can't remember why I didn't finish it off. Finish paying my fines.
Let's see, did he have other cases? We take the oldest cases first. If you do some community service, it goes on your oldest case first. Can we go back to, can we go to McKinney?
Sorry, okay, give me that case number, please.
06-3172, and I want to check to see if he's got other cases. Looks like that's the only one you have, but I'm not showing anything was done. No payments, no community service.
That was the only time that I've ever had anything like that in Orange County. And I knew Jim Newman from beforehand, and I remember doing community service.
Okay, do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you on this?
I don't know.
Because I'm showing you had a review hearing July 20th of 2007, and you didn't show up for it. A warrant got issued, so it's been laying out there all this time till now. How did you get arrested on your warrant?
Getting pulled over from Doctorville.
Okay. If you qualify, I can give you a lawyer. Point one for you.
I mean, I know I didn't finish everything I needed to do to everything the court asked me to do in 2007.
Did you say you know you didn't, or you know you did?
I know I didn't do everything that was asked of me.
Okay. I'm not showing you did anything. I mean, the record that I have is showing nothing was done.
I do remember doing community service and paying a little bit of my fines. I lived right across the street from the courthouse in the trailer park.
Okay.
So, I don't have any way of proving any of that to the church.
Well, Mr. Newman's still around.
You could ask him, but I don't know if I remember him. He should, but it was a long time ago.
How long you been in jail on this warrant now?
Since Wednesday.
Okay. Well, we can set it for contested hearing. I'm going to have to make you post a bond though, if you want to contest it. If you don't contest it, I can send you your time served for not doing it, and then just let you owe $500, well, now it's $669, and you owe 5 days community service, or I can change it all to jail time. How do you want to go forward?
What was the first option, sir?
I can just give you time served and let you try to pay it off and work it off like you were supposed to begin with.
Yes, sir. I was my to do that, I apologize, sir.
Okay, I'll accept your guilty plea admission that you didn't do what you were ordered to do. I'll send you your time served for failing to do that. I'm going to give you a new review hearing date. So here's the way this works. I give you a review hearing, you got to show up. And what I'm looking for is that you did some work on this between now and the time you come back for your review hearing. You either paid something or did some community service. And then eventually, once you get it all done, you can quit coming to the hearings. If you don't come to a hearing, I issue another warrant for you, which will lay out there until you get arrested.
Yes, sir.
So you'll get out of jail today. Let's make it easy. 1 month from today. That's the 13th of January. That's going to be your new review hearing. Where are you living now, Mr. McKinney?
Right across the bridge in Huntington.
Okay. Well, you can come here at the court any day but Sunday to do community service at 7:30 a.m. You can make your payments here at the court. If you have access to a computer, the court has a website. You can pay on the website with a credit card.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do I have to come to the Orange County Courthouse, or can I go to Chesapeake?
Chesapeake, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Your hearing's going to be in Chesapeake at the Municipal Court, January 13th, 9 a.m. And that's where you can come do your community service too.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you'll get out here as soon as the paperwork gets processed.
Okay, sir, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kayla Thompson at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24792.
Ma'am, are you Kayla Thompson?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. This is an arraignment for you. State's alleging a theft offense against you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But what you say is on the record, so if you admit something about your case, that can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed, if you can't afford one. And you have a right to bail and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things? You're charged with theft that on December the 11th in Fayette Township at the Walmart there in South Point, that you tried to deprive them of property without their consent. Maximum penalty for that is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge? How do you wish to plead to this charge? You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. What plea do you wish to enter? Guilty means you're admitting it's true. You understand that? Where are you from originally? Okay. You've been living in Chesapeake?
Yeah.
What's your address in Chesapeake? Because it says on the complaint, it says you're homeless. Have you been homeless? Have you been homeless? That's what it says on the complaint, that you're homeless.
No, I'm not homeless at all, no, I don't know the exact address of that.
Do you live with other people at the address in Chesapeake? Who? Who do you live with?
My wife and my friend Lottie.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay, the affidavit for this says, this is Mary Ann Bagley, who I assume is a Walmart employee, says Kayla Thompson was in men's apparel selecting duplicates. She quickly went to an empty aisle in housewares where she placed almost all the products in a backpack. She then placed the rest of the product in her bag. Once she passed the final point of sale, we attempted to detain her. She fled to a truck outside. The driver convinced her to come back inside, where we recovered all the items. Total was $59.92. Anything you want to tell me?
I'm sorry. I did this, because I didn't want to be for it. I want to go. I want to go.
Okay.
Bad. It's just something
Well, we need to get you, do you have a medical card?
Yeah.
West Virginia? Okay, I'm going to have someone call to talk to you about going to treatment.
We will do her assessment, Your Honor. She's been with us a few times, so
Okay,
we're
so
familiar
you're
with her.
familiar
I would
with
just
her.
like to say up front that we're going to require that she does long-term treatment if she comes back.
Can you hear that?
What?
That was Ms. Dement from Ohio Valley Physicians. Apparently, she says they're familiar with you, you've been to treatment with them, they know your history, and they believe you need long-term treatment.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you agree with it?
I agree.
That's the first step. The first step is that you got a problem, and you're admitting it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have them call down and do her assessment, and we do have a bed though, so we should be able to get her.
Where?
OVP. All right.
Hey, I do know you.
Hey, girl. It'll be okay. We'll get you in treatment, okay? All right.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sentence you. You don't have a bond up, so may as well sentence you. Anything else you want to tell me, Ms. Thompson? Well, here's a chance for you to get it, and you've done the first thing. You said you need help, so that's the first step, and getting help is admitting that you need it. Now you just got to do it. Okay, I'm going to impose a $100 fine, court costs. I'm going to sentence you to 60 days in jail. I'm going to give you credit for 2 days you've already served. I'm going to suspend 58 days in order that you go to treatment at OVP inpatient. So I don't want you to go back to jail, but I want you to have, there may be days when you think about quitting or not doing what you need to stay clean. I want you to think, well, I don't want to go back to jail. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with you staying in treatment because you don't want to go back to jail. But eventually, down the road, Kayla, you have to do it for you. You got to get clean for you.
I've been sober for 4 years, honestly. There wasn't a point in time where I was sober.
So we know you can do it. You can do it. So we just do it, start over again, and get clean and stay clean. Just work at it a little harder this time than the last time.
So will OVP come to get me today?
Yes.
More than likely, yes.
That's the plan. Something went wrong if they don't get there, but they'll get you eventually. So it should be today. So let's set her for a review hearing on December 27th. So 2 weeks, I'll find out how you're doing. They'll give me a report.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
30th.
When did you say her next hearing
December
is?
27th.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, we have some recalls in Florence County, we're not ready for those yet.
Okay, we've got some stuff to come back to the jail for, but you're not ready, so we're gonna come back here for hearings here.
State of Ohio versus Sarah A. Woods, case number CRB 22-326, CRB 21-686. Your Honor, this is an arraignment.
Sarah Woods?
She was just here, Your Honor. I was speaking to her outside, and she said that she was coming in to see you, but I don't know where she's at now.
Okay. Well, if she shows back up, we'll call her back. If not, she'll get her warrant again.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Joshua Williamson, case number CRA 21-519, TRC 21-1959.
It's Roger Smith's case.
Yes, he's here. I got hold of him, Judge. He's here.
Mr. Williamson.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Doing great.
Good. And I think Amanda Rayburn sent me a text to that effect.
Okay, I was going to ask if you got a text.
So let's keep following.
Yes, sir.
Let's make it go into January. What did you say in January?
I'm here every Friday in January and a couple Mondays if needed.
Okay. Let's make it 24th, January 24th.
I'm here, Judge. 10 o'clock, you got it. 10.
Trial and review.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Good job.
State of Ohio versus James D. Dement, case number CRB 24-635, CRA 24-290, CRA 23-1859.
James Demand. We put it on the docket because he's got a pass to go for some family issues, just to keep monitoring what's going on. He was been at the counseling center.
Yes. Your Honor, he is not doing so well from what I understand. I contacted Mr. Major when I found out that apparently he had went on a high-speed pursuit from the police.
There's some charges coming out of that, Your Honor. New charges. I know there's a warrant issued for his arrest on that.
Okay. Well, I'll issue warrants out of this court on cases here. He was supposed to appear today for a pretrial, and he is not.
Yeah.
So was this whole thing about the mother-in-law a hoax, or
No, it's not.
is she still living?
I haven't really followed up since we lost contact with him. So I was contacted by the son with reports that he was using. We requested that he come in for a drug screen, and that was pretty much the last I heard from him. He was agreeable to it, and then he stopped answering my phone.
Okay, there'll be a warrant issued from this court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Robert A. Hill, case number TRD 24-335. Your Honor, this is set for sentencing, but I was informed he needs to be going to funds for surgery on his foot.
All right, Mr. Hill is here for sentencing. And you're having some kind of medical procedure?
Yeah, I gotta go have CT scans done today at the surgeon's.
Okay, you did make a payment today. When's your surgery gonna happen?
I go today for CT scans, and I go Tuesday to see the surgeon again.
Okay. I'll set you for January 24th.
I'm gonna try to have all this paid off when I get my taxes.
Okay. When you do that, you can become, you got community service, you got 3 days community service. January 24th, your next one.
State of
10
Ohio,
o'clock.
Dolores E. Hill, case number CRB 23568, CRB 23536.
Hang on.
Mr. Smith's case.
Your Honor, I don't know if there's a fax in the folder or not. When do you think we sent it?
I called him yesterday, he said it was in
There's
somebody's
not.
mailbox. He said it was in somebody's mailbox.
Where would it be?
It was,
Pressed error?
Yeah, press
it was faxed, you were advised it was faxed yesterday
Yeah, they said it was in somebody's mailbox.
in someone's mailbox? You mean, okay.
I checked in Mr. Manning box, Your Honor. See what that was.
Okay, well, let's call it.
All right, just a minute.
State of Ohio versus Leonard E. Johnson Jr., case number CRB 23401, CRA 22276, CRB 22278, CRB 17156. Leonard Johnson Jr.
Mr. Tyler Smith's case set for pretrial.
He is not here. But he has been compliant with his treatment.
If I recall, he was at counseling the last time we were here.
Yeah, but I've discussed with him that court is more important, and like OVP will work his appointments around his court hearings. He's just never here. I don't know why. I don't get it. Because he shows up to all of his appointments.
How's the state going to go forward?
Well, it's a good thing that he's been keeping up with his treatment. We wouldn't be opposed to giving Mr. Smith some time to try and make sure he gets here.
I'm here next Friday, Your Honor, if you want to do it then.
I don't want to, it's getting pretty jammed up.
We can do it Monday if you want.
Let's build in a little time so you can try to get in here.
Okay. I'm also here the 27th.
That's good. 27th. At defendant's request, case in December 27th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Dolores Hill, case number CRB 23536, CRB 23568. Mr. Cooper informed me that didn't find any kind of report.
Okay. Well, they don't have, it's not here yet, so.
That's called press down.
Just, yeah, you might have to physically get it. Your Honor, I advise Ms. Hill that she's probably going to drive over to Prestera and physically get it and present it to the court. But they advised her that it was in someone's mailbox. Assume, well, I don't want to assume, I don't know whose mailbox it was put in, but it was evidently faxed yesterday. But if we could have another date, come back with an update for that time.
What's your position?
We're okay with that. As a matter of fact, the last time we were here, we actually had a discussion about the fact that she had done very well according to the reports we'd received prior, and that we would be ready to look at a dismissal of the charges if we got that report. So we're kind of in the same place still.
27th?
27th.
December 27th.
Yeah, so 2 weeks. And if you bring an updated report, they'll want those. Yeah, finish it then, okay? And you'll be done. All right. I'll see you.
Thank you. Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Good.
State of Ohio versus Jordan T. Henson, case number CRA 24696, A, B, and C. Jordan Henson. Another set of preliminary
Your Honor, I haven't seen this plan. I'm not sure why it's not here today.
He was here.
Jordan Henson, come into court.
He was doing well in his treatment, but he hasn't shown up for his last like 4 appointments at this point, so he's not in compliance with his treatment plan.
State, want a warrant from this court or send it to the grand jury? This is an F3.
This is a different.
Yeah, I believe I saw him walk out of the courtroom and back in that corner about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was here. I can go look for him.
This is probably one that if he's not here, we'd be okay to acknowledge to the grand jury.
Okay, well, I'll recall it later. See if he doesn't show up today, it'll be knowledge to the grand jury for consideration of indictment.
You found him?
Okay.
Your Honor, I believe, reading the report, it looks like we need to get Mr. Henson back on track. I was talking with Mr. Min, I believe you have an appointment coming up.
Yeah, on the 19th.
On the 19th? Okay. So I would ask to continue to let him get back on track with his treatment.
Is there any explanation for, it says he's missed the last 4 scheduled appointments?
I think 4 would be a little bit of an overstatement. However, this previous time, I had one scheduled today. I did oversleep on that one, I can admit. The previous one was Zoom meeting. I couldn't exactly figure out how to get on Zoom, because I prefer face-to-face in person. I'm not into all the video conferences. But I did call this morning and reschedule for the 19th at 4:30.
And I can say he was doing okay in treatment until he missed these few appointments, so if we can just get him back on track, I think he still would be okay with just doing outpatient.
Okay.
He just has to take it serious and attend his appointments.
Yeah, let me just emphasize to you how serious the charges are.
I agree.
This is a felony 3. This is, a lot of the felonies we have are 4s and 5s, which are lower level felonies here. Yours is a step above, so it's kind of unusual that the state would even leave it here. Usually they take it on to the grand jury for an indictment and you'd be dealing with one of the common police judges, not me. They can send you to prison. I can't send you to prison. If you stay here and get this completed, you're not gonna go to prison. But if you mess up, you keep messing up, they're gonna send it to the grand jury, you're gonna be in one of the common pleas courtrooms with the chance of going to prison. If it was me, I would want to take that off the table. I wouldn't want to have a chance of going to prison. So I would get to my appointments and do everything they asked me to do. So I wouldn't take that risk. So you need to take this more seriously, or it's going to go down to the common pleas. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's come back around the 1st of January. What's your schedule, Mr. Smith?
Your Honor, I'm available that first week or the second week.
Let's make it the 3rd,
All right.
January 3rd. So I want to see a good report on January 3rd that you've been at your appointments as scheduled and doing well. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank
State
you,
of
Your
Ohio
Honor.
versus Cameron Haas, case number CRB 24716.
Your Honor, I've been retained to represent Mr. Haas.
I'll put you down as council director.
I can just a moment speak to Mr. Hill.
This is the first pre-trial.
Do you have a medical card or insurance or what?
For it, I'm above it.
Okay. So it doesn't have insurance. He works, so he doesn't get a medical card. So it's going to complicate things.
Well, let's see what you can work out with the agency. Sliding scale or something.
Is there anyone who does anger management on a sliding scale for people who don't have insurance?
We can check with you on that, if that's okay.
Okay. We might want to get this recall in a couple minutes, if you don't mind, Your Honor.
Case to be recalled.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Dolores Hill.
Okay. So we did get the report.
Yeah, it looks like it was faxed yesterday at 1:30, Your Honor.
That got rescheduled.
Wonder where it went.
I was talking to him.
Yeah, where this went.
One of this message.
It was faxed on the 12th.
I have no idea. I looked in Mr. Major's box last night, found it there.
Yeah, she gave me all this. I told her to be here.
And Mr. Hill, do you have a copy?
I haven't seen it, Your Honor.
It's pretty lengthy. So why don't we do this? Let's make Mr. Hill a copy because you want to finish it up.
Yes,
There's a dozen pages.
right, if it's a good report, I believe the state said they would dismiss, so.
We'll recall it. Make a copy for me and for the court and for the prosecutor. We'll recall it.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Sarah Woods on recall, case number CRB 23326, CRB 21686.
Okay, so we located Sarah Woods.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
I do not have a printed report, but I have it on my phone.
I really can't take that out.
You just want me to read it?
Yeah, and is Mr. Smith actively involved, still representing you, or this was a, it looks to me like you had a review on November 15th that you didn't appear for?
Yes.
Okay. So you're appearing, there's been a warrant issued?
Correct. I was just hoping to get all this taken care of before Christmas.
And what, I'm sorry, what agency are you with?
Mended Reeds, and
Mended
she
Reeds.
is compliant with treatment recommendations, sir, and her urine drug screens.
And she's been there for a while, looks like.
She's doing outpatient right now, and she's only receiving mental health services currently.
I completed the community outpatient treatment, the inpatient, and now I'm just still choosing to do the counseling.
Okay. Well, we still have two cases. One's 2021, criminal damaging, and a theft in 2022. And you got community service on both those.
Yes.
You've never done any community service ever.
I did. I started before I got sick.
Report of it.
I went down to the dog pound, or the animal shelter.
Did you turn that in today?
They were, I signed a paper on them for them. I thought they faxed it in to you guys, but I'm gonna go back down there so I can get that and bring it in to you guys.
All right, and part of what on this criminal damaging was $600 in restitution.
I made a payment this morning online, but they said that you all wouldn't get that until Monday.
How much did you pay?
$20.
Okay, I'll withdraw the warrant. I'll set your next review hearing for January 6th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
January 6th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Amanda MacArthur, case number CRB 24737.
Need Mr. McCown in the courtroom, please? Is on a recall? Okay, we got anything resolved on?
They were talking, I know, with Mr. McCarthy. I don't know where we are, Your Honor.
I mean, I haven't had a moment to do anything other than
Okay, why do we recall that? It's not recall, okay, go back, talk some more. Unless you just want to set it for trial.
I'd file for, maybe the best thing would be set it for another pretrial, and I can go ahead and file our demand for discovery.
Your Honor, may I speak? I'm not sure if I'm allowed or not, but nobody even came and spoke to me about what I'd be agreeable to or what they would be agreeable to.
Okay, well, we can still do that. I mean, I didn't know, the case is called up, I thought you all had been talking, but apparently that hasn't happened.
we just haven't, I haven't been able to, and Jasmine hasn't been able to. We've just been kind of tied down to what's going on here.
Okay, I understand. Let's take some time and do it. Because you know what? It's never going to get, it's like this every court session. Unless you guys work on outside of court, this is the way it's going to be. So find a victim advocate to talk to or someone, let's get it moving. And he wants to talk to somebody, let's get it done. We'll recall when it's ready, let the bailiff know, we'll recall it.
So you're,
State of Ohio recalls Dolores Hill.
I mean, it's visitation.
All right, so I don't know if this was ready to be recalled. How do you want to proceed, Mr. Hill?
Well, I know from having looked through this that there's a lot of notes. So that means she's had a lot of contact with them. I don't know what else it represents. I know that there were issues with her medications, making sure she stayed on her medications. That was the chief concern of the alleged victims who are family members. If I could see on here the dates in which she'd been attending, at least we would.
Yes. The last service date was 10/10.
I know from our last contact with the alleged victims, they felt that she was doing much better, and that's the reason we got to the point where we were willing to discuss a dismissal of the case if she provided us with a report, and we do have a report.
Since October.
Yeah, I just want to.
Okay, they don't have. All right. She said her last appointment was a couple of weeks ago, which I don't, the latest one in here looks like October 10th, so I don't know why they don't have one from 2 weeks ago, but she's advised that you're taking your medication.
Yes, I'm taking a Abilify and the Boost Brush.
So we've been at this for
Over a year.
over a year. So I think that she's shown a pattern, consistent pattern of attending to this through Prestera. So given that, I think we're okay with going ahead and dismissing the charges today.
Okay, so that's both 536 and 568?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Both cases will be nollied.
Thank you so much, Norman.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I don't have to come back then? Thank you.
So the hearing on the 27th is canceled.
Rodney Miller, case number CRA 24709 and CRB 2478.
Okay, I have this down as a pretrial on a motion.
Yes, Your Honor, the motion's on the companion case, actually, but I think we have the entire,
Well, we can call both of them, can't we?
sure.
Yeah, what's the other?
Van Horn's the other one.
State of Ohio versus Melissa Van Horn, case number CRB 24708.
Your Honor, I believe we've come to a resolution on both of these.
Okay.
You want me to state it, or you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to?
Go ahead.
Okay, sure. On Mr. Miller's charge, or his case, he had 3 charges. He had a expired license, which we provided proof that he has obtained his license. It had expired, he hadn't renewed it. But with respect to the felony fleeing, state is agreeable to amend that to an M1, 30 days suspended, 5 days community service, and a fine to be determined by the court.
Okay.
With respect to Ms. Van Horn, we had
Now,
filed
is that all 3? Because I thought there was 3 charges you said.
Yes, Your Honor, the expired license dismissed.
Dismissed, okay.
Following too closely dismissed, and the third, the felony be amended to an M1.
Is that the same statute number, just a misdemeanor?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay.
Actually, there's also an obstructing charge, which because he's going to plead to the failure to comply as a misdemeanor, we'd be okay with dismissing the obstructing charge.
All right. Then ask Ms. Van Horn.
Your Honor, I had filed a motion to dismiss that one. I believe the state is agreeable with it. It's only an obstructing charge. And the officer that arrested her didn't have jurisdiction. He should have called in county or state at that point. It was outside of the city limits of Athalia.
Okay.
We agree with that, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's easy. 24708 was the obstruction charge against Ms. Van Horn. It's knowledge. It's dismissed. And for Mr. Miller,
And you understand that, Mr. Miller? Yes, sir. Okay, and you're agreeable to it? Yes. And you understand the charges against you, the nature of the plea, and what you're required to do? Yes. Okay.
okay, Mr. Miller, failure to comply is going to be amended to an M1. Instead of felony 3, and there's going to be a plea of guilty to that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Mr. Miller?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to make a statement if you wish. Do you have any statement you want to make about
No,
this?
sir.
Okay.
I would just point out the fact that he does work over at Marshall. He's works over at the Cam Henderson Center and other things, doing events. It doesn't really have, I mean, his license was expired, he should have stopped. He realizes he should have stopped. I think the charge was pretextual, potentially the stop was, but, you know, in order to, once they pull you over, you have to stop. That's a whole nother situation. So the following too closely, I mean, it was suspect probably, but he realizes he should have stopped. Shouldn't have gone on to his house with the officer behind him. And that's what he's pleading to. Is that correct? Yes, sir.
All right, on the failure to comply, it'll be a $150 fine and court costs.
Okay. Thank you.
And, it was agreed there'll be a 30-day jail sentence suspended
Yes, Your Honor.
with 5 days of community service. Level 5 probation, which is non-reporting, but you'll have a review hearing June the 13th of 25. If you get everything done by then, you don't have to come. If you haven't got it done, you got to show up for a review hearing at 9 a.m., explain why you didn't, or ask for more time. He's to meet with Mr. Major today about his probation before he leaves. Then on the other, all the other charges are dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
See, Mr. Major, you're free to go after that.
State of Ohio versus Shane A. Davis, case number CRA 24778 A and B.
It's Mr. Smith's case. This is set for preliminary hearing today.
Yeah, I spoke with my client. I've spoken with Mr. Hill prior to coming to court. I've actually spoke with his sister, who's the alleged victim. It's my understanding she has spoken with this guy about dropping the charges. I don't know the status of that discussion, but she met with Jasmine.
Is she here?
Yes.
Sherry Manning?
Yes.
You come up, please. Yeah, because the judge will want to talk to you probably. So, Your Honor, I have Sherry Manning here, and she's Mr. Davis's sister, and she's the alleged victim in this matter. And the allegations as they've come to us at the prosecutor's office obviously are very serious. It involves 2 felony charges, and we're prepared to pursue these charges. However, Ms. Manning has implored me that for the sake of family harmony and whatnot, there are apparently a number of siblings that they share and that they've always gotten along, and that she does not want me to pursue the charge. I had come in here with the idea that I would be willing to look at these as misdemeanors, but I consider them to be very serious. So what we would be willing to do today is to not to dismiss the charges or not to take them to the grand jury, but to oversee the situation for a period of time and make sure there are not going to be further problems before we would agree to a dismissal. And I think that's what we're left with, if he's willing to waive time. Yeah.
Judge, we agree with that. I spoke to my client, explained to him the situation. He says there will be no further problems. This is a one-time situation that he says there won't be any more problems. Is that right?
That's right. Just family situation got out of hand, so to speak.
Defendant waives time.
Yes.
Will go 90 days, and then it'll be dismissed in on payment of costs, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. Yeah, pay court costs, but no fine.
So March the 14th.
Can't imagine that. It's the second day of a jury trial, which may or may not resolve, weirdly enough.
March 7th.
Yes, I can do March 7th, yes.
March 7th. Case will be dismissed in if there's been no further problems and the costs are paid. The defendant does not have to appear as long as both those circumstances occur. That'll be at 10 o'clock, March 7th.
State of Ohio recalls Justin Hackworth at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 24793.
About the 7.
Roger.
Oh, I see.
All right, Mr. Hackworth, I had you take a urine screen that shows you positive for methamphetamine. Are you surprised by that? You have a medical card? How do you pay for medical service? Do you have a medical card while medicated? How do you get any medical services? Do you have insurance? Are you working? Which one?
It was in Cincinnati, I can't remember the name of it, it was the counseling center.
Okay. Where are you from? Are you from South Point or from Cincinnati?
Yeah,
Or-
I'm from South Point.
Okay, so you're back home?
Yeah.
Do you have family that lives here in Lawrence County?
Yes.
But you're not staying with them? Okay, anyone got a bed for a meal? You have to get him signed up. It sounds like you're eligible for Ohio Medicaid. He's from South Point. Okay, I'm gonna have someone from the counseling center. There's a place in Portsmouth, I don't think it's related. He says he thought it was named the counseling center in Cincinnati that he said. So
That's the same place, the counseling center, it's got Adams County House.
okay, Adams County, that might be.
Yeah, that's us.
Okay. Mr. Turbin's gonna call and talk to you. And then I'll have you back up once that's happened. We'll figure out what we're gonna do on your counseling.
I mean, I'll be parole and everything, that's all I don't parole, even for the counseling center.
Where are you on parole? What county?
Here, on the county,
Okay, well, we need to contact them too. Justin Hackworth, can you call adult probation and see, or he may be on parole.
I am active parole.
So he's probably got a holder on that. They may still agree to you going to treatment. It's possible. We'll see what they say.
I'll check.
State of Ohio recalls Kenny Ingalls at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 24546, CRB 19847, CRA 18517, CRB 18518, TRD 18129.
Okay, Kenny Ingalls, Mr. Sires' case, he was evaluated by Bethesda.
Yes, we're good to take him, Your Honor.
Okay. And I think it should be with an ankle monitor, that's what we discussed, right?
I think that's best, Your Honor.
It being about noon, sir, oh, he's not got his headphones on yet. Or does he? Can you hear us, sir?
No, he doesn't have one.
Okay, I didn't think it looked like he did. Okay, yeah, there's a barrel headphones, I should have known. Okay, so Bethesda's willing to take you, the court's gonna require an ankle monitor. Just as a practical matter, it's 12. I don't know if they'll get that onto you today, so it may be Monday before they can get you. Just make sure you understand that. There's really nothing we can do about it. It'll happen or it won't. I don't know if you can hear me.
Can you hear Mr. Steyer?
Yes, I hear Mr. Starr. My agreement was for today, not Monday.
Okay, well,
Fine, we'll just set it for a hearing.
I mean, you're
You don't have a lot of
agreeing.
leverage here, Mr. Ingalls. Do you understand that you're sitting in jail, and you're gonna stay in jail until you have a hearing? And you're mad because you're not getting out when you wanna get out? You're not in control.
Why?
Okay.
Why-
We'll see you on December 27th for your next hearing.
All right, Your Honor, I'm not available that day.
Okay, we'll go into January.
Am I going to Bethesda or what?
If you're willing to go when you can be picked up, yes, but if you're saying you only agree if you go today, then no.
I will go to Bethesda.
If you're willing to go on the day they're able to get you, you'll go out, you'll be at Bethesda until you come to court again. If you're not willing to do that, you're gonna be stuck there until you go to court again.
Look, Mr. Ingles, I'm not even gonna deal with you. I'm gonna put you on the docket for Monday, and over the weekend, you can think about this. You're not in control. Be quiet.
Can I go?
Be quiet, or I'll move it further out. And when you go to treatment, you're not in control when you go there. You don't bark out orders to the treatment providers. You don't tell them when you're going to do things and how you're going to do them. Or you can go on to the grand jury. You've got a felony and risk going back to prison. And you've been there before, so you know what it's like. So you think about it this weekend. Come in here with a little humility when I see you Monday, or you can just go on to the grand jury and risk going to prison. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. Can I ask?
No, you can't ask anything. I'll see you Monday. We'll get an ankle monitor Monday if he's willing to go and act like he understands he's getting grace and mercy because he deserves more. Look at how many files he's got. Him going to prison, he probably deserves. But now he wants to bark out when he's going to go and how he's going to go to treatment. That's not going to fly.
State of Ohio recalls Leslie Hammond, report case number CRB 24777.
We approach, Your Honor, on this one. I spoke with the people.
May I pass through, Your Honor?
Yes.
Mary Massey.
Judge, I would ask, on behalf of my client, that we continue this matter for 1 week. There's still some work to be done on this case. We'll waive time.
All right, cases continue to December 20th. Family is informed and agreeable. She's being stabilized, it looks like, so hopefully we'll have a better understanding of her condition.
That's the
what
goal.
further treatment she's going to need in about a week. So December 20th will be the next hearing.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Alicia Fell, case number CRA 24775, TRD 202695.
I spoke to Mr. Hill earlier this morning and suggest this might be one for QRT. I believe Megan has had a chance to talk with Ms. Fell, and she's interested in the QRT program. And it looks like from the letter that she is participant in OVP. We had some concerns last week, was she going to do it or not, but it sounds like she's invested or something.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I just had a couple questions, that's all. I'm definitely willing and ready to do that.
Okay, now she's got an old traffic matter that needs to be resolved too. 2695, that was one of my concerns. She never came to court over that driving under suspension. It's not the crime of the century, but she, I'm
understood.
concerned
Just
that she would come back to court. The record shows on that, she was arraigned, pled guilty, sentencing date of March 23rd, 2021. Apparently she came then, asked for more time, I'm assuming trying to get her license back. This is all traffic court.
Right.
May 11th, 2021, didn't appear, a warrant was issued, and was outstanding until she got arraigned. December 5th.
Yeah, I wasn't, for that was the 6 months I was out back in 21 with my health episode, so that's why I have no recollection of that, but.
Well, you didn't represent, you guys just got appointed on this.
Okay.
This was traffic court, so she didn't have counsel.
Oh, sure.
Uncounsel.
John, okay.
I can work on with the QRT.
But we just need to go ahead and resolve that.
Yes, I'm gonna work on getting my license with the QRT program. That was one of
Okay,
the
well, I'm gonna go ahead and
stipulations.
sentence you. I mean, you've already entered a plea,
Okay.
and it's been 4 years.
It's been 4 years, you're already guilty, I'll just get that one taken care of today. That way you can focus on
Anything you want to tell me? You got any explanation for not appearing for 4 years?
I wasn't sure about the court date, sir, at that time. I know they had COVID and everything going on. Now, I don't have no real explanation, sir. I apologize. I've made the court dates. I guess I dropped the ball. I apologize.
Okay. So on the driving under suspension, I'll impose a $200 fine, order you to pay the court costs.
Yes, sir.
And I'll order you to do 5 days of community service, 30 hours of community service, set a review hearing for her for June the 13th of 25. And level 5 probation. And then on your possession charge, they want to just dismiss now to the QRT, or?
I believe it's appropriate, Your Honor.
I think so, Judge, we wouldn't object to that.
All right, it'll be dismissed to QRT. If you're not compliant, they can refile.
Yes, sir.
Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, she'll need to see Mr. Major about her driving under suspension.
Yes, sir.
Probation.
There should be a court date, they can get that worked out, I'll talk to Mr. Major, okay? That's just true.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
State will hire Mr. Daniel Lucas, case number CRA 24735, CRB 24736, CRC 2314.
I had to take my teeth out, they were bothering me.
Okay. It's Mr. Smith's case.
It is, Judge. Judge, we're in the process of hopefully resolving it. I don't think we're far apart. But I would ask, this is our first pretrial, for another pretrial hearing, at which time I anticipate the case will be resolved. And I'll go ahead and file discovery today just to do that. But we're there, but we're just not quite
What kind
there.
of time frame are you talking about?
Judge, I'm here any Friday in January, and I've also got a couple Mondays if possible, or if needed.
Okay. The 10th?
You'll be fine, Judge.
January 10th will be the next hearing on all Mr. Lucas's cases.
Thank you, Judge.
I did have one question. The day you see me on Blue Jeans, did that count as my review from the prior? When I was in jail, we talked and there was a review, but I was in jail. And I thought we handled the review.
There's no warrant out.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
You're good.
I wasn't sure if it was piled together, you know?
Yeah.
You'll see that. Give it to me again, just double check.
4632. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Danielle Ham, case number CRA 24129.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I don't like walking down the steps to this, while that song is on. I want to be there.
Okay, screens are good. Report's good.
Is there a timeline on completion?
We evaluate every 90 days.
Do you know when that would be
Without
next?
Where are we at here? I'm not the counselor. Did she start outpatient? Did she start outpatient?
I don't know about nothing to have to go, because all I have to go to is a week now.
Okay. We'll probably reevaluate in about 60 days.
Okay. Your Honor, she's done well on this. This has been going on for a while. She's completed inpatient treatment. Outpatient treatment is obviously an ongoing affair and may be ongoing for some time. I'm not sure if the state, there's a situation where there's some evidentiary issues that have, the state has acknowledged. I don't know if we're getting to a point where we might want to wrap this one up or if the state wants to continue on.
It's a very serious charge.
It is, Your Honor, and if the court will recall, on the day of the initial appearance, the alleged victim was here, and she kind of let me know that things didn't happen exactly the way that they were reported. So it may not have been as serious, not that she didn't do anything wrong, but it was not as serious as it's charged, and instead of attempting to amend the charges, we've just kind of kept that in mind, that what we really want is for Ms. Ham to continue to be successful in treatment, and she's done a good job, I think, so far. And so the fact that it's a second-degree felony charged that way now does not enter into our feelings about how this should proceed. What we want to make sure is that she's reached a level of self-reliance on this where she's not going to get back into problems again.
Definitely not. I just got certified in welding school too. I got my certification 2 days ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
So I think if the counseling agency feels like she's reached a level of completion that they feel comfortable, then we'd be okay with going ahead and dismissing the charges.
She's done an exceptional job, Your Honor. I've seen her from day one till today, and she's met all of her treatment goals. She was a incredible client throughout her whole stay there for 6 months. And I can't say that about many of our clients, but she has done a tremendous amount of work with us.
Good. Okay, well, based on that, and then what's the state, I'm taking it that you're going to dismiss it at this point.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, case will be dismissed. Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Justin B. Hackworth at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24793.
All right. Well, he is on parole, but we can't get a hold of the parole authority. The court staff tried to contact him, couldn't get anybody. So I don't know if he has a holder now. He does.
Yeah.
So probably just continue it to Monday, and perhaps then we can
Yeah.
coordinate with the parole authority, see what they want to do.
Yeah, as long as we get that taken care of, we can accept him though, Your Honor.
Okay, do you could you hear what I said, Mr. Hackworth?
Yes, sir. Can you repeat, please?
Apparently there's a holder on you from the parole authority now over this charge. And we tried to contact them to see if they would agree for you going to treatment, and we can't get anybody to talk to about that. So we're gonna have to continue it to Monday. Hopefully by then we'll have some input from them as to what they want to do. Because I can't let y'all go to treatment now, even if I wanted to, because their holder on you keeps you in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll put you on the docket for this coming Monday, the 16th, as a sentencing hearing. See you on Monday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you will accept him then if they have released their...
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. You're welcome.
Okay, that finishes up at the jail.
State of Ohio recalls Cameron Haas, case number CRB 24716.
Mr. Steyer's case for pre-trial.
Okay, while we were waiting, Your Honor, Mr. Hass spoke to Bethesda. We have him set up to do anger management. He's going to probably start after the holidays. He is doing this on self-pay, and he retained me, so his funds are a little bit low at the moment, but based on the timing, we think we should still be able to get it wrapped up within the 90 days. We're contemplating. I told him if you're not wrapped up in 90, we'll come back here. We'll have to come back another time, but I don't think that's a big deal either. I think at this point we just plan on 90 days and adjust if we need to. So I'm going to ask for a date about 90 days out, which
March 14th.
March 14. Let me make sure I don't have something that day, and I don't. So and time waiver to accommodate this, yes, Your Honor.
January 6th.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, he's actually scheduled to start January 6th.
Okay. Next hearing will be March 14th. 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
January 6th, 9 a.m. The manager is okay.
Thank you, Billy.
State of Ohio versus Melissa Ketter, case number CRA 24634.
Ms. Ketter is appearing via video. The court previously authorized that because she resides in, I think, Logan County, West Virginia. She is with OVP. I don't see, oh, okay, there you are. Ketter. She's on the video.
I haven't received a report from her. The last report I got was really good, though. I can call and get an updated one. I would imagine she's doing fine.
Okay, we'll let you do that and we'll
I'll
recall.
get one.
Thank you. Just a minute, Ms. Ketter.
Okay.
I'm sorry about
We're
that.
gonna recall your case when the OVP rep's gonna get us a report.
Yeah, sounds great.
State of Ohio versus Bobby Joe Hoffman, case number CRB 24609.
Mr. Wolford's case, preliminary hearing. She's at Bethesda.
All right. Just call the case.
You're going to have to get with the program. You do not want that.
Well, we've got lots of stuff to work on.
Agreed.
Your Honor.
This is a CRA case.
She says she doesn't want to go to Ironton, Judge.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So, just need to work on this and make some adjustments. If you're in a place where they can help you, just accept the help and agree to do your best. That's what we want for you. Okay, let's come back in another month. January 13th is exactly a month. Is that agreeable?
Give me 1 second, Judge. I think it is. I have a trial then, Judge. It's the
6th,
first day of it.
January 6th,
We'll go the Friday.
3rd,
I'm here then.
January 3rd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Keep working, Ms. Hoffman.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly D. Trout, case number CRB 24-252, set for sentencing, Your Honor. Mr. Scott.
All right, Mr. Scott is appearing on this by teleconference. Ms. Trout is here.
That's correct, Your Honor. I apologize for that. I did not realize that Ms. Trout previously appeared to be a warrant that was set for her arraignment. But we made it happen.
Okay.
Previously, this is a Walmart theft case. Ms. Trout had entered a pleaded guilty plea. We had her drug tested. She had tested positive, and then she was going to go seek some treatment. And that was the last status quo.
So what's are you getting treatment now?
Yeah, I'm in Suboxone program.
Where do you get that?
Huntington Treatment Center. I'm in a 30-day program.
Okay. You live on Walker's Branch Road?
Yeah.
You don't see people out there on bicycles, do you?
No.
Okay, good. Well, if you do see them, don't run over.
I think I'm the only crazy one that rides the bike through there.
Well, let's have you do a screen today. That's our usual.
Yes, sir.
Let's have you do your screen and then come back.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Lexus Anderson, case number TRC 24-1605, A and B.
This is set for sentencing today in Mr. Anderson's case.
There are some OVP case as well, previously.
There's all of my stuff sitting there on my answer.
Yeah, the report.
Yeah, I've actually been putting them in it.
My understanding was that, I thought they were sending it to court, Your Honor.
Well, Ms. Kaminsky usually can get one if you get one.
She has another counseling session Monday, we need all of them.
I'm choosing to just do it out of my own mental health.
Alexis Anderson. Okay, so she's got a report.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, I think she indicates that she had work conflicts for the last two, but she has one scheduled for Monday that she's going to attend.
You?
We want her to make sure she stays on track, because it's what we would like to see is for her to complete this successfully. So whatever conflicts she has, she's going to need to work on making
You
sure
need to
that
make
it's
this a
clear.
priority, man, because you've got big issues.
Yes, sir.
I mean, in this sense, this is alleged to be a second offense with a high test score. So, man, there's a lot of mandatory jail right there.
Yeah.
So
It's-
I understand usually what defendants say, well, I want to go to treatment this way, I'm really serious about changing this, and it's not going to happen anymore. This isn't going to do it. So
Yes,
if
sir.
you're trying to get a lesser sentence, so far, we're not there.
Well, you're right. I would point out that she did successfully complete the treatment plan portion, as they note in there. This is a continued plan. It says her treatment plan was completed. Well, I'm sorry, I apologize. I understand. I think I misread that.
I think that was just saying that they.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yep, I believe I misread that, Your Honor.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so we got work to do. Come back, what's your schedule in January?
mine, Your Honor?
Yes.
I know I will be here the 10th.
That would be a good day. Let's do the 10th. January 10 for sentencing, and let's get a better report next time. You gotta make this a priority.
11 o'clock. That'll be at 11 o'clock sentencing, Your Honor, I believe, or is that 10 o'clock?
We just put it at 10, but we
10,
have to get
okay.
sentencing.
State of Ohio versus State of Michael. Case number TRC 241460, A, B, C, D, and E.
This is Mr. McCown's case. Second sentence.
And the facts and the information I need from my clean dirt screens, the council and all that. The facts and that they're emailing it to Brady, yes.
It's my understanding that there was an update apparently since this morning, since we last spoke about it, and that she's supposed to be, Bree was being emailed additional reports. So,
The last one I have is October 17th.
sure. This is the one, Your Honor, I requested a continuance on her behalf earlier. You called me in, we spoke with her, and it's my understanding that she has now spoken with Bree since then, and they were updating.
Yeah, we're just, when she told me that, I directly called them out there, and I was like, hey, this isn't correct. Can you please send the correct information? So I gave them Bree's email, and they're supposed to be emailing her things over.
This is just the report I have, just that she has missed a couple of her appointments. Her most recent drug screen with them was compliant.
Yeah, my last, I'm sorry.
We would like to just see her screen today just because of but they are supposed to be sending me all of her most recent information over.
Okay.
So.
It's of course the court's discretion. I don't think a screen would be the results that we would hope for, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I'd like to know what they are. Let's do it, because there's different things in the community. Sometimes I think the people don't even know what they're getting. So let's have you go do a screen so we find out.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's fine.
State of Ohio versus Simone Brown. Case number TRC 24807, A, B, and C.
Mr. Brown has already done a screen and it's acceptable.
You want me to bring this up to you, Judge? or-
this is another, your screens are good and it's a good report, but I'm going to make you continue to go because on the face of it, this is a second offense with a high test score.
Yes, sir.
That's a mandatory 20-day jail sentence on the face of it. So if you're wanting to avoid that, I need to be convinced that you really dealt with this and it's not going to happen anymore.
Yes, sir.
So let's continue on then with your treatment as you've been doing it. And, well, we gave you more than a month last time, so we'll go out into February this time. So let's look for a date. Are you working around?
No, sir. Not at the moment.
So it doesn't matter what day it is?
No, I just fun.
Let's make it February 10th. It's almost 2 months. Sentencing hearing February 10th, 10 o'clock. Continue with your count.
Is that 10 o'clock, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Kimberly Trout, case number CRB 24252.
Okay, she has, Mr. Scott's on teleconference, she has a good screen. So I think maybe we can wrap this up now.
I hope so.
Mr. Scott, anything you want to say?
Your Honor, we just asked the court to do standard treatment on this. Mr. Trout, you have the issue not appearing, just quickly rectify that and run a court. Without a court order, she appeared today. I believe restitution in this case is approximately $107. So we just asked the court to take all that into consideration.
Mr. Gill.
Well, we're in agreement with that. We're pleased that she's followed through with what she said she would. So we're okay with the sentence being imposed today, with the treatment being taken into consideration for towards what the sentence should be. And let's see, the restitution.
He said 107.
Yeah, 107.55.
107. Who's that payable to? Walmart.
Walmart, yeah.
Okay, Ms. Trout, good job on your treatment and getting clean. Do you have anything you want to say before I send you?
No, I just want to apologize about everything.
Okay. Well, I think you're on the right track now. You just got to do it for yourself and your family.
That's right. I'm doing it for myself mainly and my family. Yeah.
Okay. I'll impose a $100 fine. I'll order you to pay court costs. 10 days in jail suspended. Order you to do 5 days community service. We have a community service program here at the court. You can do here any day except Sunday. And where do you live?
Well, I did live at Walker's Branch, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
But then I moved in with my husband at 2031 10th Avenue here in Huntington.
Okay, well, that's not very far away.
No.
So you can get here. You can do community service here.
Right. Is there any way I can do it on the weekdays though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any day but Sunday.
Okay.
Sundays, you can actually do it then, but you gotta go to Ironton and work at the dog pound.
I'll do it on the weekdays.
Okay. You can do it here at the court 6 days a week unless it's a holiday.
Okay.
Those are the only days you can't do it. Okay, I'll set your review hearing for June the 13th. So that's a hearing, that's when I determine have people done what they're supposed to. You gotta show up. If you've done everything by then, you don't even have to show up.
Okay, I'll have my fines paid by then and the
Community service.
community
and you're
service.
done. Oh, almost forgot. The hardest thing that really staggers people. You're banned from Walmart.
I'm gonna pay that today.
Can't go back to Walmart.
I know.
Go see Mr. Major in probation, and after you talk with him, you're free to go.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Austin Pritchard, case numbers CRB 18-1233 A and B, CRB 18-1234, TRC 18-3525. This is Mr. Morphy's case.
Austin Pritchard. Mr. Morphy still here? Set for sentencing today. Okay, we'll get a bench warrant for Austin Pritchard. He's not here either.
State of Ohio versus Robert W. Pauley, case number TRC 24-1931 A and B.
I'll text Mr. Morford when he knows Austin Pritchard was in the sentencing guard.
What has that case number in it?
This is Robert Pollard, 24-1931.
There's a window tent.
Morning, Your Honor, again. It's my understanding, after viewing the video and evidence that they have, Mr. Pauley would enter a no contest plea to the OVI in this matter. It's a first offense, lower score, low end. It's my understanding that if he removes the window tint, there was no bad driving, it was a window tint violation, is why I got pulled over, that the state would dismiss the window tint if he can provide verification of that when he comes back on the probation.
Okay.
We're in agreement with that, Your Honor. The test breath score was .104, and as Mr. McCown said, it was not a matter of bad driving, it's just what subsequently happened after he was pulled over.
All right, do you agree with what your attorneys represented to the court, Mr. Paul?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any statement or explanation you want to make? Okay. I'll impose a $500 fine on the OVI. I'll order you to pay the court costs. It'll be a 6-month license suspension that started the day of the incident. So you're into a few months. You'll go through to March the 12th, but it's not reinstated. You have to contact the Ohio BMV and get them to reinstate you when your suspension's over.
Correct.
And Your Honor, we would ask for occupation. Currently, the court has given him those privileges. We'd ask those continue.
Yes. You'll get a 20-day jail sentence that'll be suspended on the condition that you do 5 days of community service and go to the driver intervention program. You can go to anyone that's approved by the state of Ohio. It doesn't have to be the one here in Lawrence County. If you go to one out of county, it's up to you to make sure they file the paperwork with the court. We know the one here will follow it, and most of the others do too, but it's your duty to get that done. June 13th of next summer will be, you got till then for a review hearing, so if you get everything done before then, you don't have to come to the hearing.
Okay.
I'll give you driving privileges for work, community service, and the driver intervention program. Anything else that you need to?
Yeah, I live by myself, so I'd have to be able to go to the grocery store and things like that.
Okay, we'll say necessity and for medical and necessities.
Your Honor, on that tent, window tent, I think probably it'd be okay just to go ahead and dismiss that, but he's obviously been pulled over because of it, and it would benefit him to remove the tent, otherwise it can happen again, so.
I've explained that to him, Your Honor.
Yeah.
So we're okay with the dismissal.
Especially now, you're gonna have this piece of paper from me that says you're allowed to drive, but it's gonna show up. Some officer runs it in the computer, it's gonna show you're under suspension. And we really haven't had too much trouble, except in Kentucky for some reason. People had trouble in Kentucky a few times where they're saying, we don't really care what that judge in Ohio says.
See, I work in Kentucky, so, yeah.
I'm sorry?
I work in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I would say. One, get the, you know what the term probable cause means?
Yeah.
They have to have probable cause to stop you.
Right.
You're driving around with probable cause.
Right, I got
to
10 of
say.
them in the show.
So you need to get that off and use your turn signal, obey the speed limit, all that stuff, so you don't get pulled over. And then you have to explain it.
Right.
I'm showing suspended, but the judge says I actually can drive for these reasons, so it's better not to even have to answer those questions.
Correct.
Okay, the B case will be dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Check in with Mr. Major before you go after that.
Your Honor, we have McCarthy, Heather, and Michael to recall, but I'm not sure we're ready for them yet.
MacArthur, we are, Your Honor.
Okay, ready for McCarthy.
State of Ohio versus Amanda McCarthy, case number CRB 24737.
Have we got anything worked out?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that from the victim's advocate that who had extensive discussions with Mr. MacArthur before and after, or before and during today, he is not agreeable to any resolution that would result in the dismissal of the TPO out of this court. And there's nothing this court can do, obviously, to resolve it without that. So it's also my understanding he's not asking for any modifications currently. So I think realistically, at this point, I'll go ahead, do our due diligence. We will immediately file the discovery. If we could have a pretrial date of the 10th on that to see if we need anything, and then presumably, if things haven't settled by then we'd be on trial, or excuse me, on course for a trial.
Okay, Mr. Hill, or why don't you speak with Mr. Hill?
It's not that I'm not agreeable, it's that she's not agreeable for the protection order.
I don't know what to do about it today. I think it's going to take a more thorough discussion with Mr. MacArthur when we're not in court, which I'm willing to do.
Well, is that 10th day a good day, or do you want to come back before then?
I think it's going to need to be before we come back again for a pretrial, if that's okay. I mean, I don't even know what we're arguing about at this point. Visitation? I mean, is that what we're really arguing about?
It's Thanksgiving with my son, and now it's going to be Christmas, and all I was asking was for a third party to get my son. And I want to keep the protection order, and all I asked for was for her to agree to a third party, so we don't have any issues, and so that way I can get my son on my days. But apparently I have to go pay a lawyer to make that happen.
Okay.
I don't know that we have any power to do anything about it. I guess there's not a mutually agreeable third party to facilitate. But apparently they've had a lengthy discussion about it, and there's been no...
I'm agreeable with anybody. She's not agreeable to let anybody give me my son on my days.
Okay. Is there anybody she can agree on?
Your Honor, I don't believe we can resolve the civil aspects of this, or that it's appropriate up here.
All right, I'll continue it to January 10th for another pretrial. So it sounds like you'll have to go into civil court and file something there. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
January 10th will be the next hearing.
I guess on Heather and Michael, we're still on that. Ready to go, so we've got a preliminary hearing with the court reporter.
Do that.
State of Ohio versus Xander J. Brewer, case number CRA 24772 and TRD 242470 A and B. He's back in hold.
Your Honor, I also have on my records Richard Nance set for today, and he's been here, so I don't know if he's just not on the docket.
He is not on the docket.
Well, he's on the docket, he's on the first docket.
That's the docket, but he's not on.
Yeah, that's what I mean, I think he's good.
We can call him up. What's it set for?
It's a preliminary hearing,
Okay, we'll get to it.
but it's not gonna take testimony, but we've got this out here already, that's fine.
Yes, he can sit with his lawyer.
I'd like to ask to have one of his hands free so that he can take notes.
We're changing that. Right here. Tell me the name with your finger. Is Tina Black here?
Make sure Green
Go walk around there and stand right there on the...
Okay, state's ready to call the witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you'll come up to the witness stand, the first chair there, before you sit down, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may be seated now.
Ma'am, are you Tina Black?
Yes, sir.
And where do you live?
36 Private Drive, 342A in Chesapeake, Ohio.
Do you know Xander Brewer?
Xander Brewer is my son.
Is he here in the courtroom today? And if he is, can you point to him?
He is there.
The record will show she pointed to the defendant.
So just the other day on December the 3rd, was he living with you at that time?
Yes, sir.
And was there an incident that you contacted law enforcement about?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the court,
Hang on, you see that?
can you tell the court what happened?
It all happened in about 20 minutes span, so it's kind of hard to put it all together. But I was getting ready to go to work. He had gone into the bathroom and basically took my makeup and painted his face. And then as I was getting ready to go to work, he bucked up against me and would not let me leave. And then it further went on to him basically beating me up. I have bruised ribs, 4 stitches over my eye. My eyes were still somewhat black, and he put me in the hospital.
Did you have a broken bone also?
I have a fractured orbital,
Orbital?
thank you, socket.
Okay. So did he do that to you by assaulting you?
He did, sir.
Would you be a little bit more specific about exactly what he did to you? Do you remember, if you remember?
He pushed me down, and he came on top of me punching me. I can't remember if he kicked me or not. I know he punched me several times until I was curled up into a ball trying to protect myself. I did try to fight back, and it was kind of useless. I did me no good whatsoever. But he forcefully put me down and would not let me up. And if I were to move, he would hit me again.
Have you known him to be violent in the past?
Yes, sir.
We've alleged also that he stole from you. Can you tell what happened? Tell us what happened there.
He, in the midst of him holding me down, he dumped out my purse and asked me where the keys were. He was looking for the keys to my other son's car, but my car was sitting outside running because again, I was on my way to work. So he said, where's the keys? I said, they're outside. In order for him to get off from me and leave me be, I told him where the car was and the fact that it was running, and he took the car and towed it.
So he actually had a wreck?
Yes, he did.
Where was the wreck at?
I'm not 100% sure. Perry Atkins was the one he showed me the video, but I don't know if it was towards College Career Center or not. This is something that came to me while I was in the hospital, and I don't have a recollection of that.
So he was still in Lawrence County, I guess, when he wrecked the car. Did you spend time in the hospital?
Yes, sir.
How long?
About 8 hours.
Are you in fear of him
Yes, I
now?
am, sir.
This all happened at your address in Chesapeake, is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's all I have.
Mr. Steiner.
You have one moment to consult with my client. Ms. Black, are you aware of any mental health or psychological issues that Mr. Brewer might have?
I am, sir.
Are you aware of any specific diagnoses?
Bipolar type 2 and maybe schizophrenia, but we haven't gone to that extent. But I know it was type 2 bipolar. He's been institutionalized 4 times.
I'm sorry to interrupt. When you say institutionalized, can you be a little more specific?
He's been 2 stints at River Park Hospital. He went to, the last time I believe it was in Columbus, to that hospital up there. He stayed up there for maybe a week to 10 days, started on medication, he came home and then refused to take his medication.
So when you say that hospital up there, just to clarify, we don't know necessarily the name of the hospital, but this was a mental hospital.
It was a mental hospital, yes.
Were these voluntary commitments or involuntary, if you're aware?
The last time we went was involuntary. I had a mental hygiene out on it.
And you say the last time, so was that one where he went to Columbus or where he was hospitalized in West Virginia?
It's when he went to Columbus.
Are you aware of any situations where he may have been charged with a crime and found to be incompetent or not guilty by reason of insanity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you aware of any time he's been found incompetent on a general level rather than just specifically placed in a hospital under mental hygiene?
Yes, sir.
What county was that mental hygiene filed in, please?
Along County.
So that was pursued here, but they sent him to Columbus.
Yes, sir. We have
Just-
Ohio Medicaid, so it went.
Yeah, that's fine. I really am just trying to get the information. No,
Yes, sir. I'm
just-
sorry.
No, you're fine. I want you to understand why I'm asking the questions. Okay. I don't believe I have any further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Hill.
I don't have any further questions, Your Honor.
You may sit down now.
We don't have any other witnesses, Your Honor.
Any others from the defendant?
No evidence, Your Honor.
Anything else before I rule on the preliminary?
I may have a couple remarks after you rule.
Okay, I'm going to find there is probable cause to bind the case over to the grand jury. There is a traffic matter, I assume. I think it's linked to this.
It appears to be the same date, Your Honor, and matches up with some of the testimony.
So I'll nolly it to the grand jury. All right, Mr. Sire, did you have some remarks you want to make?
I do, well, yes, with this going on to the grand jury, I just want to let Mr. Brewer know that there's about a 50-50 chance whether I'll be his attorney at the next level. And if I'm not his attorney at the next level, it's very important that you let your new attorney know that I worked with you here and that I have information from them. I just wanted to put that onto the record in case we're not relaying to the next level.
I understand. Anything else?
That's all, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I ask you, what is his bond, please?
50,000 cash assured.
State of Ohio versus Richard M. Nance, case number CRB 24-151, TRC 1930-86.
Mr. Spires, please.
And Your Honor, I have a report from OVP that was provided to me just a moment ago.
It's a good report.
It is, Your Honor. This is another one that's been pending since March. I don't know if we're at a point where the state's ready to do something with it.
This is domestic with Josie Nance.
We've had contact with her. I don't know if she's here today.
I don't believe she's here today.
And she was previously satisfied with Mr. Nance's improvement in his recovery here in this treatment. And we were moving towards a dismissal if there were no further problems, and he completed his treatment. And he paid the court costs.
Have court costs been paid?
So I would suggest that we move it one more time, that he be prepared to pay the court costs at that time and finish his treatment.
I would, not necessarily arguing that he's not at all able to pay court costs, but he is on Social Security disability. So I'm not sure how realistic court costs might be on this, but if you want to follow it a little bit further in terms of treatment.
We'd just like to see it come back one more time and make sure that he finishes.
He has an old TRC case number that he still owes some community service and a small amount.
And my understanding is he's done some community service. I don't know if that's updated. Am I incorrect?
He has done some community service, I just need proof of it.
Oh, I thought that there had been others done as well.
I have
misunderstood
everything that I have.
Okay.
I'm showing a balance of 14 now.
All right, well, if it's done somewhere else and there hasn't been documentation of it, you may just have to break down and do some community service with Mr. Cooper. I'm going to kind of go on a little rant. I go on a lot with people. I understand that sometimes it's convenient to do the community service elsewhere. However, I've been coming here about 20 years. In about 20 years I've been coming here, I've had a lot of people who've told me they've done community service somewhere else and didn't get credit. And I've had exactly one person ever tell me they did their community service at the court and didn't get credit. And frankly, I don't believe them. So I just always advise, if you owe community service, come in here, get it done, it gets documented. So if you can't get the proof of the other community service, 14 hours, 3 days would take care of that. So
we'll set it in January.
We had set something, I believe, for the 13th already. That might be a good day to come back.
Okay. I'll set for January 13th. There was a note in here of December 23rd.
That was when he was supposed to be here.
Okay.
That's when,
We'll make the new date January 13th.
okay.
Oh, I apologize. I had the 13th on my
I'm just taking the 13th off.
calendar, and then I guess he did as well.
All right, the January 13th for pretrial.
How much money do I owe?
$50.
Just $50?
I think that's.
$50 and 14 hours of community service.
Well, 50 on the old case. And there,
Right.
it doesn't sound like the state's gonna ask for court costs on this newer case.
If you can get this old stuff taken care of.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. January 13th.
State of Ohio recall Shane Michael, case number TRC 244260 ABCD and E.
That's yours.
So, Ms. Michael did a screen, we've got the results.
Yes, I'm looking at them as we speak. And I was speaking with her counselor, which I just now was able to send her these results. Do you guys want
We
to?
need Mr. McCown too. Mr. McCown's face. He was
I think he was talking to somebody out there.
Did you need to see it? I have it here. It was,
Oh, I need to see.
So, I mean, with the results of her screen, we would obviously want to recommend a further like inpatient treatment because she's been an outpatient for a while now and she's still testing positive for fentanyl amongst other things. So we want to get her the help that she needs because that's not good. That's not safe for anybody.
I mean, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so I've obviously not had an opportunity. Yeah, well, she showed it to me before I went out, but I've not had an opportunity to talk about that or the proposal that she's just given to the court.
Do you want to take some time and talk to your client?
That may be appropriate, Your Honor.
Okay.
If I could have just a few minutes.
I don't know, we got any other? Yeah, you got some other cases, for one other case.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Melissa Ketter, case number CRA 24634.
Mr. Sire. Get a report on Ms. Ketter.
Yes, I was able to speak with her counselor. She couldn't go too far into detail because she was with another patient, but she told me that she is compliant and she's going to send me an updated report today, so.
Okay. Very good. We'll continue, then I assume the state's willing to continue to monitor this. It is a felony too, but we're willing to keep it in this court and not send it to the grand jury.
And to that end, I don't know what kind of a time frame the state or the court thinks is appropriate, whatever time frame we're going to work with. I would ask that as long as she keeps getting positive results, that she be allowed to continue to appear by video.
That's fine. End of January sometime?
Let me take a look. I got a couple things in January, but 31st I am on the docket and available.
January 31st.
So do you have that date, Ms. Catter?
I have the date that's asked.
Well, no, I mean, did you catch it is what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got it, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And so again, the information I set for this hearing is the same information for every court day, so just try to hang on to that. Well, when I say information, I mean the login information.
And you anticipate you'll still be at the facility January 31st?
I don't think she's inpatient, she's outpatient. but at their location that is in her area.
In Logan.
Logan, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly where it was, but,
All right, January 31st will be your next meeting, 10 o'clock.
thank you.
I'll be there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we'll take a recess until Mr. McCown's ready to come back on mic. Short and recess.
So, you